Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Sean Lavelle, and as always, I'm joined by the rarely charming Tanner Clark. And this is the Miscellaneous Bullshit Podcast, where we discuss exactly what the name implies. A couple of things before we get into the thing. If you haven't done so yet, please check us out on Instagram at MBPod and Twitter at Podcast Bullshit. You can send emails to yo@mbpod.com if you'd like to connect. That's yo@mbpod.com. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and leave us a review on whatever platform you're using. It really helps us keep doing what we're doing. A quick note about the episode you're about to listen to. It was originally recorded as a dry run. We never really meant to release it to the general public, but after recording it and sharing it with some close friends and putting up some clips on Instagram, we really enjoyed it, and we felt like it was something we should go ahead and release. And so that's what we're doing. And that is why I'm recording this intro by myself and a week late. So without further delay, this is Miscellaneous Bullshit.
He threw this ball directly at my head to the point that I fell on my back. And I'm wearing a helmet, you know what I mean? I was scared of this guy, though. I was legitimately scared.
So you kind of felt like a bitch? You look like a bitch.
Are they going back to iPods?
Earpods.
Is that what they're doing?
No.
Apple iPods.
iPods for your ears. Earpods.
If you like pumpkin pie, then jump off a bridge. They are pumpkin pie's the worst.
You like pumpkin pie? Drink and drive. Okay? Drink and drive.
But part of me just hopes that someday one of my former teachers hears this, and the second that I said that, they just go, "Oh, yes, he's the worst. He was the worst." And they'd be like, man, I mean, it sounds like he kind of has his shit together now, a little maybe, although he is just hanging out with his buddy drinking bourbon.
But at least he admits that I was right.
That's
That's not a political issue.
He's talking about it's not.
It's not. It has been made one.
It's been made one,
but it's not a political issue at all.
That's fucking brilliant.
So
you're right. It's not. You're right, but it's been made one. That's crazy.
So I don't care about your politics, LeBron James. However, that's not a political issue, so keep talking about it, man.
But yeah, man, I've been working hard. It's crazy because it's a totally different industry, that I'm trying to figure out.
What do you mean different industry? Sofas and air conditioners are the same.
They're basically the same.
The same.
They go hand in hand.
Both made out of upholstery.
Both. No, it's been an adjustment, but I'm working through it. I'm figuring it out. So
Staying late tonight?
yeah, I had to stay late tonight. We did a class where people came in to learn about HVAC.
And you were in the audience?
And I was in the audience.
I'd like to learn as well, please.
It's just like, what am I doing here?
Aren't you
It's
the boss
crazy.
here? Yes.
Yep. But
Yes.
I need it more than literally anyone.
That is my job.
That's what I do. So
It's not too bad.
not terrible. So I was gonna ask you. I saw you tweeted the other day about your wallet situation.
Don't pay attention to Twitter. Do not pay attention. My wallet. Okay, no, honestly, I'm
'Cause I
really glad
know.
you brought this up because
I
you're
wanna
one
know
of the
about
people
it.
I wanted to talk about.
Right. I intentionally didn't.
If I would have known you were going to ask about this, I would have had it with me so I could demonstrate what happened. So
Yeah.
I've had that wallet for like 8 or 9 years.
Okay.
I know I got it in high school, senior year. I just can't remember exactly when. Because it wasn't like an occasion or anything. What a wallet. But it's like a polo wallet, genuine leather. I loved it. And it's like a baby bifold. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it just worked beautifully. You've seen my wallet, I think. It's a
I've seen
normal
it.
wallet. Man wallet.
Eh,
It's kind of feminine. It's small.
Well,
It's small.
yeah.
Man wallets are minimalist wallets, right? You gonna
That's
plug
right.
it in a second after I get done with my story?
Well, I probably am going to.
Which is why I wanted to talk to you about it, honestly. And I should have texted you. I talked to 2Js and Trandon.
Yeah.
Which Trandon has a minimalist wallet,
Does he?
the same one you have.
The same exact one.
He followed suit.
Okay.
So you're influential out here.
Trendsetter.
Yes. Well, and 2Js has a different one.
Yeah, I've talked to him about his.
Have you seen it though?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't like it.
No?
It's garbage.
Okay.
And he has like an additional, there's like a money clip option as well. Like there's like a little slot for it and stuff, which whatever. His is bad.
Yeah.
Yours is okay. Like I went to dinner last night with those two actually.
Oh, okay.
After work, we stayed late. 2J's and Deeds, one of the new guys, was out on delivery really late, and they got back at like 6:45. I was like, well, 2 stops today. I was like, we'll load the truck in the morning. You guys want to go get some food? I'm hungry.
Right.
So me, 2J's, and Trainon went and got some beers and some wings at B-Dubs. We were talking about it, so I was like, yeah, pull out the wallets. Let me see them. Stick them up. And I checked out the minimalist wallet, and because that's what I was looking for online. But like, I've been shopping on Amazon for a while, cannot find anything that I want, man. Like,
Right.
It's so tough. I went to the mall even and looked for a wallet. Like, where do you find a wallet? Serious question.
Amazon.
Like, I don't.
Amazon.
So that was my next place.
Amazon.com is the answer to that.
I don't even know where I got the wallet I have currently at. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't. Macy's, probably. You know? Like, yeah. I guess that's why I went back. But I didn't find anything that I wanted.
If it was 7 years ago, if it was
9. But yeah, Macy's.
Okay, 9. If it was 6.
2009, 2010.
Yeah. If it was in the mid 2000s.
Macy's.
Maybe
is it quality? Macy's.
Maybe JCPenney's.
Maybe
Lazarus.
Maybe
Kohl's. But yeah, probably Macy's.
So like, I've had it so long, and I was like, I think I didn't do anything special. I think I was like on my computer. You know, I have headphones on like this, and like I was playing games, and so I can't hear anything. And my dog, I guess, apparently decided to chew up my wallet. He doesn't chew up anything ever. He decided to go for my wallet.
Yeah.
And 2 of the corners of my wallet are like chewed, and it's super, super terrible to me. Like, I freaked out. I got so upset because I've had it for forever and I really like it, and it was in great shape. So I've been looking for a wallet.
Okay, well, you should definitely get a minimalist wallet.
Let's see it.
I use the Ridge, and it's kind of stuffed full. I can probably lose a couple cards in there, and it would be better.
So Trandon's is slightly different than yours, and here's how. He does not have the external band.
Okay, he doesn't have.
He has like
there?
the 2 bands. Like, it looks the exact same. Like, it has the slot. The bands are strictly in between the 2 plates.
I like the band because you can
throw something in there.
Yep, you can throw cash in there, and it's pretty convenient.
The Ridge I saw on Amazon. This is the more expensive one though.
Yeah,
you paid like $70 for that.
I paid nothing because it was a gift,
but it was like $50 to $70.
I think so. Yeah, I think my wife got
all the other, and
60.
that's like, I like that one. I was like, I could tell that was the one. Like, you know what I mean, by looking to the pricing and everything like that. There's similar things for $15, but didn't settle on anything.
So we'll go ahead and just cut to the chase.
I'm gonna order one tonight.
Grow up and get a minimalist wallet.
Maybe not tonight, if I forget. It might be late. I'll order one tomorrow at work though.
But you touched on something that I do need to talk to you about.
Talk about it. Speak on it. I'm gonna get through this Red Bull really quick, and then I'm gonna.
You mentioned your dog chewing up your wallet.
Purred happily,
the pup.
Perdrick Hapley Clark. That's my baby.
As you know,
best snuggler in the world.
As you know, I do not have a dog.
Because you're a freak.
But
you don't even like dogs.
That may be changing.
You don't. Shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is not true.
That was genuine excitement because you don't like dogs.
Take back that statement about not liking dogs.
Okay, so listen. What about...
Okay. I do like dogs.
There's been 2 instances where people at work had to call out for dog-related issues. Yeah. And I agree that it was bullshit.
It's definitely bullshit.
You were like livid. Like, maybe you weren't livid. That was the wrong word, because people people think livid and they're like, ah.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
You were definitely mad though. You were like, this is super annoying. Like, I don't even have a dog, so I don't have to deal with that bullshit. And I hear you.
It's true. But all I'm saying is,
I'm so excited.
How many times have you called out due to dog-related instances?
Dude, we're going to talk about this later in the episode.
Okay. All right.
But never.
Right.
Never.
That's all I'm saying.
God, dude, you're getting a dog.
That's all I'm saying. All right, so yeah.
You're getting a dog, man. Possibly. No, you're getting one.
We're probably getting it.
Okay, do you have one? Like, what would spark this?
It's someone my wife works with has a 10-week-old husky pup.
Ooh. Blue eyes?
Blue eyes.
Oh, man.
Kind of that reddish coat and white. It's beautiful.
So beautiful.
But I grew up with huskies.
You had dogs?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, from the time I was little.
That's something we've never really talked about. You have dogs.
No.
Good topic. We've never talked about this.
Literally,
I have
dogs.
We've never talked about dogs. I just thought you hated them.
No, I don't. I don't hate them. I never hated them. It was
that could get you so much hate mail.
It was just yeah, I know, right? we didn't. We had kids. And we had little kids, and the idea of trying to do a dog was just.
Especially trying to train a dog. Yeah. Like, you didn't have one already that was well behaved.
Right. So it was just out of the question. So, but now our kids are old enough where they, they can do some things for themselves and they can help out with things.
Yeah.
So now it's, you know, we were talking about it. It's like, okay, well now it could be a good thing. You know,
Yeah, and a dog won't step on them and crush them anymore. You know, that's
also
good
that
too. Safe.
Also that.
It is a good sense of responsibility, I think, for a kid. Especially, you know, I mean, if you do, you know, the stereotypical TV movie thing, like take the dog for a walk, you know what I mean, all that kind of stuff. But other than that, like set that stuff aside. It's good because you're going to teach your kids proper respect towards the animal and everything. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, I think that is a good lesson in itself. Like, respect this animal. This animal will be your best friend.
Right.
Don't do really bad stuff to this animal because it can also devour you.
Because it is.
If it was mean, you know what I mean?
Heart, it's a wild animal and it will kill you.
But something, especially, I love the idea of rescue dogs and everything like that. I love the idea. Yeah. My dog is not a rescue dog.
Right.
My mom, it's one of her dog's puppies or whatever, or a stray who came, you know, onto her property, one of the puppies, and I took it. I don't regret it at all. I don't feel bad about not getting like a shelter dog or something like that, strictly because we had Mara around at the time, and she was young as well. This dog, I'm not saying that dogs that have been abused or whatever, you know, are done for life. My sister has a shelter dog, a German Shepherd. She got him when he was a year old already and through terrible abuse. Right. He's a really great dog, but he has snapped at a couple people. He bit me. He like bit me. You know what I mean? Whenever I went over there to let him out one day when they were out of town, he's always scared. You know what I mean? He's got his guard up. And so my dog has never known hate because I am obsessed with him. Like it's unhealthy. I love my dog so much. He's like my everything, and I still never miss work for him. But it's almost unhealthy, and he's never known anything but pure love, so he doesn't even know how to be mean. You know what I mean? He's playful, but he doesn't know how to be mean at all. I think that's going to be good for your guys' situation. Yeah.
So, and honestly, the catalyst for the whole thing, other than a coincidence and the woman being like, but one of the main reasons we're really thinking about it, we were, China and I were strongly considering getting tablets, getting iPads for the kids for Christmas.
You said that.
That was going to be like the thing that we got them.
Mara's getting a tablet. She already has a dog though.
And I don't hate it. Yeah. But we talked about it, and, you know, Cheyenne ended up, it was something that she heard at work actually. She's a middle school teacher. Yep. And someone came in and did a training, and they were talking about just in general the effect that dopamine has on your brain, and how you know, in today's world, today's society, with instant everything and games and everything, it's always right there and it's always in your pocket, that you just have this massive dopamine dump in your brain all the time, and it just messes with you.
So cut out as much as you can.
But you know, my daughter, she's a little bit older, and she can regulate a little bit better.
How old is Lila? 5, 6? She just turned 6.
She just turned 6. Yes. But Lincoln
is almost 4. He's 4. He is 4.
He's like,
he just turned 4 this year.
He's 4.5.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but he can't handle it. He can't separate. So giving him a tablet,
like an addict.
Yeah.
Mara's kind of she's a TV addict. She didn't have a tablet or anything yet, but she's a TV addict.
Right.
So I definitely hear you there. I think you're going the right route.
So yeah, it was like, you know what? Forget the tablet. Let's get a dog.
You can buy that at the same store.
I think
off the same shelf. They're right next to each other.
Amazon.com.
Dogs. Husky, 10 weeks old. Blue eyes. Please.
Prime.
Yeah. Prime. I'm a Prime member. Ooh, got tangled up there.
Goodness. So, what do you think about this? How are you feeling about it?
Honestly, as you're going through the thing right there, I took another sip. It is really good. There is no alcohol in this at all.
Okay.
There's absolutely not. Like, if you tell me that there is an intoxicating amount of alcohol in here, I will not believe you. I'm sure there's some.
All right.
It's just so good.
So people know what we're talking about, because not everyone's going to see this. Our featured cocktail of the week, cheers, is the Shy Cooler.
Hold on. Like Chicago or Shy City? Like Shy Town, not Chicago. But, you know, like, our Shy. Like your Shy.
My Shy.
Yeah.
Our Shy. Shy. Shy, my wife.
Yeah, she's the best.
Named after her. She is the best. Thank
She's
you.
the best.
Named after her. This is her go-to cocktail because it doesn't taste like it has any alcohol in it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It is super refreshing. So what it is...
Did she make this or you make it?
I made it.
Okay.
I made it. I typically make them. If she wants one, I'm making it.
Yeah, okay.
So it's... so nickname the Shy Cooler. Let me give you the breakdown on it. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Just out of curiosity.
If I know Shy,
Yeah.
which obviously, I mean, I can look at it. I wish I couldn't even look at it or something. But I knew it was going to be like, if you would have told me the description, it's going to be clear liquor.
Mm-hmm.
I got her that bottle of vodka. I'm assuming this is vodka. Is it not? It's vodka.
It is vodka.
I literally had like, is there a flavor to the vodka?
Nope.
Okay, well that makes sense then. I have no idea. I see the lemon. Like, are those aren't mint leaves?
They are mint
They are.
leaves.
I don't taste too much mint. That's why I didn't think that.
Yep. They are mint leaves. All right. So here's the deal. Shy Cooler. It is 2 ounces of vodka. This is Kettle One, so it's extra tasty.
Yeah.
3 to 6 mint leaves, a dash of simple syrup, half a lime, and lime flavored LaCroix.
I should knock you out cold, okay? I was just looking in my drink to check, and you had to say it. Half a lime. You lying son
I'm not
of a
lying.
bitch. Last week, if you have not been watching, listeners, this guy gave me this same exact thing and called it a half a lime. This is a quarter of a lime.
Nope.
And he said, I squeezed the other quarter into your drink.
That's exactly what I did
And I
tonight
asked for the peel, and there's no peel.
It would take away from the integrity of the drink, sir. All right, so
I'm upset.
you grab yourself a Collins glass or a mason jar. I prefer mason jars for this drink. Tall glass, Collins glass would work. And you add the mint and the simple syrup, and you squeeze a quarter lime into the glass.
Yeah.
You muddle it.
Yep.
Add the vodka.
What does muddle mean? Can you
Muddle.
explain?
Yeah, so I mean, ideally you would have an actual muddler, which I have, but it's basically like a stick.
Yeah.
With a round, almost
Like a blunt
dowel.
point on the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just trying to you don't want to do it too hard, but you're mashing it up to just help release some of the oils.
Okay.
And so you muddle, add the vodka, add ice, and then top up with the LaCroix and stir, and garnish with the other quarter lemon, and that's it.
So
it tastes like spa water.
I would have never said that, but that makes sense. Like, I will describe it as such now.
Yeah.
Is it expensive to make?
No, it's not. No, it's not bad. Mint.
Yeah,
I mean,
like where do you get mint?
you can get it
They
at
have
the
that
store.
Schnucks? At the Schnucks?
Yeah.
You can get mint leaves?
Yeah.
At the produce?
Yeah, they're prepackaged in like a clear thing.
In a can.
No, not in a can. Not in a can. Yeah, they're prepackaged. It comes prepackaged. The problem is it doesn't last that long. But we also have some mint growing outside that I was unaware of.
Yeah. Oh,
but
okay.
Micah, Giant's sister, my sister-in-law, who you've met.
Yeah. Just said something to her on Instagram on your picture.
You said
Potato.
something?
Something potato.
Yeah. Potato data.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you finish and I'll tell you why.
Okay. So, but anyway, she found some mint growing and pulled it. So I've been using some of that, but yeah, you can also buy it. But it's not bad. The thing is, you want to make sure you're getting acceptable vodka. This is Kettle One. It's good.
It's good.
It's pretty tasty.
So Dark Eyes would work.
Nope. Dark Eyes.
That's all I drink. That's all I drink.
You want to get the cheapest you ever want to go on vodka is Svedka.
Svedka, man, it's not bad, but I'm just not a fan.
Smirnoff would also be acceptable.
Smirnoff. Okay.
Smirnoff, Svedka. There's another one. I forget the name, but it looks like Smirnoff, but it's not, and it's about the same price point, and it's okay. But yeah, Kettle One. Honestly, I think they dropped the price or something on Kettle One. You can always get a good deal on it. Kettle One's the way to go. So no, it's not outrageous. It's not overly
Well, good.
So
It's delicious. Cheers, man.
cheers.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the drinks, though, I was gonna kind of say this earlier, but you got to talking. I thought Cheyenne might have made it just because, well, it's named after her, but also she makes a good drink too, man. She makes a good drink.
She does make a good drink.
She made me like vodka and soda, and it tasted like this, like water, like nothing. So shout out to Cheyenne. You're the best. So check this out, though.
All right.
Surprisingly, off of one episode, we have listener mail. I have no idea how. It just showed up in my. It didn't. Not even in my email.
Where
it showed
was
up
it?
in my mailbox at home.
You're lying.
No
to me.
return address.
You're
And it
lying.
said,
to me.
"Dear losers." I can't tell you how I got the mail, but someone sent me an email. They've been listening to the show, so check it out. Maybe you can help them out. I have a little bit for them, but maybe you can help them
So
out.
someone did send you an email.
Someone sent me an email.
Directly to your email.
Directly to my email.
So
I don't
this
know how they
someone-
got it. It's a personal thing. It has to be personal. They have to be out there listening. Maybe I work with them. I don't know.
I think you must. Okay, go on.
That's really only people that have been listening to it. Okay, so dear Miscellaneous Bullshit Podcast, I've been using Facebook for a long time, and I've loved using it. I typically use it to stay in touch with friends and to get reassurance via a thumbs up or a heart that people approve of my life. Works out pretty well for now. But now everything is so political, especially with this, midterm election. My friends and family constantly post annoying political memes, and my Uncle Jerry is a racist. How do you avoid the politics on Facebook? Thanks in advance. Mark, Jerry's not racist nephew. So I don't know. I don't work with a Mark. I think it might be anonymous. Those guys can be trolls. So I don't know. But it is a good question. Like, honestly, if you put all the other shit aside, it's a good question.
It is.
How do you avoid
I
the politics on
think-
Facebook?
I definitely think that is spam, but
It might be spam.
because I definitely don't think we have real listener mail yet. Although, since we're on the topic, before we get into this question, you can send us questions via email.
One Too Many Podcast?
Nope.
One Too Many Productions.
Well, that works too. No, send emails to yo. That's
yeah.
yo
Yo at mbpod.com.
at mbpod.com.
That's what it is. I need to write that down.
Yo at mbpod.com. That's yo at mbpod.com.
That's simple enough.
Shoot us an email, and we would love to read it and hear what you have to say. And if you say, dear losers, then that would be sad, but I understand.
Also, just to add to that, sorry, not to cut you off before you get into the topic. Anyone, we are in the Evansville, Henderson area. If you have a problem with something we say, you're welcome to come on the show. Okay, we can talk about it. You don't just have to send us don't just have to send us an email. Just come on the show. We can talk about it. I want to see you face to face anyway, you jerk. All right, go ahead, Sean.
I mean, it is a good question. I mean, I can't speak for everyone. I can say for me, the way that
What do you do?
One, I try and stay the hell off of Facebook.
Yeah,
But-
because you're sane.
But
No.
no, I'm not.
That's not the reason, but
But if I find myself on Facebook, what I do is I scroll at breakneck speed.
Yep.
And I don't even slow down unless I see someone that I know.
Yep.
And if I know you and you're saying obnoxious political bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
I mute them. So I no longer see their stuff.
Mute.
I mute them. I'm still friends with them, but I don't want to hear
Yeah.
their bullshit.
Wait, hold on. You can still be friends with someone whose bullshit you don't want to listen to?
Yep.
You're allowed to do that.
Yep. Yep.
People don't think that nowadays.
No.
And it is a big pet peeve of mine. Like,
Yeah.
It's huge. Honestly, we talk about politics at work sometime. You know some of the guys I work with. You know some of my views. You know what I mean? You know some of their views. It's just, I mean, we all get along. We talk about it civilly.
Mhm.
However, where it's not civil is on Facebook. I go home. You know what I mean? I get on Facebook or whatever for a couple minutes before I do my thing. Whatever it is, play video games, blah, blah, blah. It's ridiculous. It has gotten to an all-time low, all-time high, all-time low, however you want to consider it, if you're a pessimist or an optimist. It's ridiculous. And the thing is, with the holidays coming up, I don't know that you're going to be able to get away from it anymore because you're going to see it in person
Yeah.
with your racist Uncle Jerry at the table.
The racist.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And it's a thing. You can mute people. You can
absolutely mute people.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and they don't even know.
They don't even know.
They don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it.
You can stay friends.
Still be friends.
And guess what? You can be friends in real life too.
Yeah,
you just act like you never even just don't even worry about it. You don't have to talk about it.
Right. And if
that guy is being a racist, maybe you shouldn't hang out with him.
If he is being a racist, you definitely,
or just if he's just being the worst period, you just shouldn't hang out with him. But other than that, if it's just a differing view, you can still do your thing.
Well, in general, I'm not hanging out with people that are the worst. I'll just tell you right now.
Yeah.
If you're racist and the worst, I'm probably not hanging out with you.
If you're the worst, you'll just start a business with them.
Precisely.
I have to.
And here we are.
Welcome. For those of you just now tuning in, this is the MBPod. Okay, so, I just had to get that out there. Like I said, someone sent that to my email. I really just wanted to know your take on it because it's something I deal with all the time. Ignorance. Period.
Right.
Why are we talking politics? Why do you talk politics with your friends? Do you remember whenever you were a kid and you would maybe your parents told you who they're voting for or something like that, but they didn't talk about it. Like, it wasn't even a thing.
No, our parents' generation,
they didn't do that.
It was a taboo. It was a big taboo.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's tacky. Politics. It's like asking how much someone makes.
Exactly. It's literally in the
exact same. But now,
it was in the same vein.
Guess what?
It's everywhere.
Fuck your politics. Mine are better. You know what I mean? And I make $300,000 a year. People are crazy now. Right. Like, I don't know what it is, but everyone just wants their opinion out there. I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but whenever you start being an asshole and imposing on other people and calling their opinions bullshit,
right?
That's when it's a bad thing.
Go fuck yourself.
Rant over. Go fuck yourself.
Well, the thing is, and this is the issue. People have to understand it's okay. We don't have to get along.
No.
Just because I may feel a certain way, I may hold a certain view, that does not automatically make me racist. It does not.
Absolutely not.
It doesn't make me elitist.
Absolutely
it doesn't make me sexist. It doesn't make me anything just because I have a different political view. And that's where it's gotten twisted.
Thank you.
And because we've obviously
we've done the
politics.
thing. We've done the thing before.
We've talked about it. For me, I don't align left. I don't align right.
Me neither.
I think you posted something the other day that was like, what did you say? What'd you say? Unashamedly out for me and mine.
Okay.
But you're talking about your family.
Yes.
You're talking about your family. I respect that.
I said I am unapologetically only concerned about me and mine. And what that means is my family.
Because it sounds aggressive, but I know what you mean.
And my loved ones. You know what I mean? So I love you. Like, you know what I mean? And that happens. Like, maybe I don't care about something, but then someone comes into my life and they make me care about it. Like, they open my eyes to something. You know what I mean? And that happens. Like, people... But I'm glad you said that because I was going to say it as well. I was going to talk about myself and how that's how I feel because it is how I feel. I can only worry about... I don't know how all these people have this energy to just throw this stuff out on Facebook. I want to save the world, blah, blah, blah. Then you probably saw my next tweet about how the same people that say that stuff are the same people that'll drive right past a guy who's broken down with a flat tire.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to act like I'm going to save the world.
Right.
It might sound cynical. It might sound like I'm just being an asshole. I'm unapologetically only looking out for me and the people that I love. Now, what that means is, I don't help the old lady walk across the street. No, that's not what I mean. But what I mean is I'm only literally, like, I go home, I'm not giving any energy to anything else that doesn't concern me or my people. And I know you understand that. I'm glad you said that because some people don't get that.
I understand that. But what I think people have to understand is, we are in one phase of life right now where, I'm old AF.
Nah.
We went over that last week. I'm super old.
Shit.
And getting older. But right now I'm trying to make sure that my family's good. That's all I'm doing.
What other responsibility do you have in life?
That's all I'm doing. There will come a day where I don't have to be the one
to take care of them.
Because they'll be taking care of themselves because, I'm raising them.
Absolutely.
How they need to be raised, so on and so forth. And at that point in time, that's where I can think differently. When I was younger, before that responsibility, I thought differently.
Yeah.
And that's what people have to understand. If if
your views change,
if you constantly. And there's nothing wrong with that.
You evolve.
There's
that's
nothing
just
wrong
how
with
it is.
that.
It's evolution of person.
That's how it should be. And if you don't have, a spouse or significant other or children that literally are 100% dependent on you for their survival, then you can do other things.
Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
think globally. And I think there's something beautiful about that, because when you combine those two things, we're covering both fronts.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's awesome.
If we're literally all just trying to think globally and no one's thinking locally, then what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a complete waste of time.
Absolutely.
And at the same time, if no one is thinking big picture, well, that's not good either. So, and so I think that's the beauty of it. But the issue is people don't look at those things and understand that that's what's going on, and just go, oh wow, so this is a team thing, right? Because we're all on planet human, or team human. Yeah, that's all of us. Yeah. And so then, well, you're doing your thing, I'm doing this. How can we work together and get somewhere? Instead, it's just shitting on each other all the time.
And that's terrible.
Yeah.
This podcast was such a good idea. I love talking to you, man.
I love talking to
you. You really do. You have such a good viewpoint on things, and Trandon. Like sometimes, not sometimes. I like to consider you a mentor of mine. You've taught me a lot of good things. I kind of try to do the same for people that I care about, like Trandon. You know what I mean? I try to give him. Right. I've made a lot of mistakes. Try to make sure he's young and super smart, and he has a good head on his shoulders, and he's not making like the same mistakes. He's made some mistakes, but he's not making the same. And I see a lot of promise in him. So I try to give him some advice. And one of the things I always tell him is perspective. That's something you have. Perspective. You have great perspective. Yeah. I'm still working on mine. I think I have good perspective. I can see two different sides to it. I can see the third viewpoint. You know what I mean? I'm still working on it. But that's something a lot of people lack, man. They only see what they see. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. Red, like they see Republicans, or they see Democrats. It's like, you're a racist. Right. You're a pussy. You know what I mean? Or like whatever. Right. Like that's like the argument, snowflake versus racist, whatever it is. Right. Just put the shoes on. You know what I mean? Just look around, because that's not the case. Like you just said, that's not the case. Yeah. It's crazy. For the people that don't intimately know us yet, Trandon, we mentioned before. Trandon. T-Dog. Brandon with the T. Brandon with the T. Brandon with the T. He is a close friend. We should introduce him so people know who we're talking about. Yeah, Trandon, close friend. We'll pull up a picture of him sometime. He actually might be on the show sometime though. Oh, we're gonna get him on the show. We're gonna do a test. Like I said, maybe he's someone we're bringing on here for an audio test, and then we'll bring him on the show. Former coworker of mine. Yep. Current coworker of yours. Yep. Good dude. He's incredible. And you're right. He is young. He's super young. And he does have a great head on his shoulders. Yeah. And he is going to be running the world. He could someday. He could. And he's nuts, man. He's yeah. And we'll get more into that later. On a topic I have, I think we can spend 3 hours on this last topic I have. Just going on a rant. It's an open discussion thing. Okay. And we'll talk more about that. So we'll circle back to that. But in closing, I guess all I really have is a quick little gripe, and okay. One of our other good friends. Austin Bradford. Yeah. You're friends with him on all these social media sites. I am friends with him. And I would say this to his face. I know he's not going to hear this, but like we've gone back and forth about things. And if he hears it, that's great. He did this thing. And you're talking about like sides and like how it's not a side. We need to think as a team. He did this thing. He said, I voted blue. And you made a comment. You were like, but your bracelets are red. And I really like that. It was funny. But like troll, the thing is, troll move. Austin, like you can't just, I understand, like maybe everyone like that you voted for, you did the research on and you love it. But the facts are, I don't believe that you did that correctly. I don't believe that you did your due diligence. You know what I mean? I just think that you literally went blue, and did your thing. Right. And you know what? I can't change your vote. But I'll tell you what, I don't think that's the best way to go forward, because you need balance, right? You need balance. You do need balance. You need balance. You definitely need balance. And
Speaking of balance, I need to read this real quick.
Go ahead, man.
Just to keep our, keep our sponsors happy. It's actually a perfect segue.
Can we get rid of them already?
It's actually a perfect segue because this episode of Miscellaneous Bullshit is brought to you by the Redemplicans for some fucking political candidate you've never heard of, running for something you neither understand nor care about. Unlike the other fucking guy who does all the wrong things, our fucking guy does all of the right things all of the time. When that one thing happened, what did that other guy do?
Not shit.
He lied, cheated, stole. Isn't enough. Plus, that guy's a racist.
Jerry.
So remember, on election day, vote for our fucking guy because fuck their guy. Paid for by the Redemplicans for some fucking political candidate you've never heard of.
And here is the crazy thing. You literally, that's so accurate, it's not even funny. It's so accurate, it's not even funny. It's like, yeah, he stole that shit. Remember when I stole that stuff? We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that.
We're talking about that. And to add to that, man, like I said, once again, we're in the southern Indiana, northern Kentucky area. I don't know. You probably don't get them down here because you're in Kentucky. I'm in Indiana. I don't know if you see any TV ads from Indiana. Have you seen any Joe Donnelly or Mike Braun ads? Like, have you been in Evansville and seen it?
Yeah,
they're everywhere, man.
Because I work in Evansville, so I just hear them on the radio all day. Because I work and they play the same, you know, fucking WIKY, and it's just nonstop political. We're getting ready for this podcast, and and I was just thinking, like, what do I want to talk about? And I was like, oh, I guess we'll talk about fucking because it's all that's bouncing around my head.
It's everywhere, so you have to talk about it. Like, I mean, we had to address it. It's the elephant or the donkey in the room, you know.
Nailed it.
No, like, it's almost like Joe Donnelly and Mike Braun were just talking back and forth via like commercials.
Yeah,
it was fucking ridiculous.
Literally, no, it's bullshit. Assholes. Lifetime
pension for nothing. Thank you guys for taking care of us, assholes. God damn,
it is tasty. It is tasty.
All right, man. So what's next on the agenda?
I think you wanted to talk to me about a new product of some kind.
Okay, obviously this doesn't count. I was looking at the thing. It messed up. Okay, so yeah, I apologize. But yeah, actually, we will talk about it. New product out. I got the email because I love this product. Like, I literally subscribe to everything about this product.
You got an email. Okay, so because I know what the product is. I mean, I don't fully. I don't have the whole story, but
it's
I know,
a weird story.
But I know the headline, and you just told me you got an email.
I have a lot of spam emails. I get a lot of spam emails. This particular one came from a potato chip giant. Okay, so
son of a bitch.
So here's the story, folks. Here's the story. Pringles, sorry about that. Pringles has announced that they are getting into the holiday spirit, okay? So they're releasing some new chips, okay? That's right. The chip icon that brought you the duck bill joke, you know, with the chips and everything like that. They're bringing out some new flavors, man. And they do that often. Like, it's not that crazy, but they're getting festive. And that's what really got me. They said festive in the email description, and I was like, sold. Love the holidays.
Whatever it is, sold.
So, Thanksgiving flavored Pringles chips. What do you think the 3 new flavors are? I need to know.
Oh, there's 3 new ones.
3 new
Thanksgiving
style Pringle flavors.
I think I'm gonna get this.
Go ahead. You're gonna get it.
Okay. One of them has to be sweet potato.
Oh, you're so close, man.
Yam? It's the same shit.
I mean, like, not sweet potato. It's maybe those were one. Okay, so they did 8 new flavors. Like, they tested 8 new flavors.
Okay.
3 of the 8 made it. They didn't say the 5 that didn't make it. That had to have been one of the flavors.
That had to be one.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what you were close to.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, sweet potato pie is a thing.
Yeah.
It tastes a lot like pumpkin pie. So they have a pumpkin pie chip.
Pass. Hard pass.
Okay.
Fuck.
I'm glad you said that because, first of all, you can't even make fucking pie out of a pumpkin. It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. First of all, fuck pumpkin pie on the record.
I'm not for it.
On the record, pumpkin anything, pass.
You're not a pumpkin spice girl? Not a gal?
Nope.
Not a
Nope.
pumpkin spice gal? No lattes?
Definitely not.
I don't blame you.
Hard pass.
You look so damn serious when you were just saying
Hard
that.
pass.
And I hear you because I'm not for it either.
I'm telling you right now.
I hadn't had pumpkin pie until like 3 or 4 years ago.
If you like pumpkin pie, then jump off a bridge. They are pumpkin pie is the worst.
You like pumpkin pie? Drink and drive.
Drink.
Okay? Drink and drive. Drink and drive.
Drink and drive.
Is that the new way to tell people to fuck off? Drink and drive?
Yeah. Hey,
You like that?
drink and drive.
Should we do that?
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
I like it.
Drink and drive. Fucking drink and drive, guy. Okay.
Drink and drive.
I like that a lot.
Dumb son of a bitch.
I like that a lot. Okay, so the other 2 flavors, do you have any guesses? I need to know.
Stuffing.
Obvious, right?
Yeah.
And then even more obvious.
Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are 3
Turkey.
new flavors.
Mashed potato and gravy.
I was gonna ask, like, what do you
Come
think the other flavors
on,
were?
man.
That's probably one.
That would
The
be-
yam or the sweet potato is probably another
Yeah.
one. I don't. They didn't do a green bean chip or something. Maybe I don't know. Like a what else? What else do you eat on Thanksgiving?
Dog shit.
What else do you eat on
Green bean.
Thanksgiving?
Um,
Do you guys do like the thick noodles? Like the
noodles.
Like I don't know. Like all my family. Like we're
Noodles?
kind of country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they do like. Have you ever had like chicken and noodles? Like homemade chicken and noodles? Like the flour rolled out noodles and stuff like that.
I don't even understand
Bro,
the words
come
you're
to
saying right
my
now.
family functions. I'm telling you, you Californian kids were raised
don't know
off
what's going
these
on?
like I don't know what you guys were raised off. Carrots, kale,
Kale.
kale,
Kale shakes.
You drank kale shakes for breakfast.
Kale shakes, dude. That's
Look.
new.
I'm just kidding. But you guys are the trendsetters for that stuff, right?
Yes, definitely. But I will say,
No breakfast, just surf, bro.
just surf, just surf, bro. I will say when I got out here, and I went to
Some good food out here,
a
man.
friend. Yeah, they introduced me to some new hotness. What was their sausage casserole? That was a thing, I think.
Okay, first of all, that's some Kentucky shit. I don't eat that. Anything casserole is a white person thing, which is fine.
It's definitely
It's fine. You know what I mean? Like you go to the family functions, you get a casserole. It's a
Yeah.
white people thing.
Yeah.
Sausage casserole? I don't know what the fuck. That's like some Nazi shit.
Come on.
No one eats that.
Well, one, don't quote me because I don't know that that's what it is
Okay.
actually called.
So let's not call it sausage casserole.
That's fine.
What else would you call it?
Whatever it is that I'm thinking of is incredible. So yeah, there's some different stuff out here that it definitely did not make it all the way out to California. That's for sure.
Yeah. A lot of fat people in this area. You know, like
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
know.
Like we like to eat. Don't
One
say
of
it
them
like that.
One
you-
of I'm present. Present. What are you trying to say, man?
This guy.
Thanks
yeah,
for calling me out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I know.
Thanks,
I know.
guy.
I see him all the time. Okay. You know, it's no secret we like our food.
Right.
It's not always like even if it's not the best food, you're gonna get a shit ton of it. You're gonna
Yeah.
get a whole lot.
You're always
you know
gonna
what I
get a
mean?
lot,
So
yeah.
you need to come over. You need to check out like we do like I don't know, they're like homemade noodles.
Okay.
And it's almost like a chicken and dumplings type thing, except for if dumplings were much smaller and cut into noodle shape.
Okay.
But
No,
it's really
sounds
good.
delicious.
It's
It sounds
really,
delicious.
It's very good.
Okay.
I'll invite you to something, and you can come check it out. I don't know.
Check out the
We'll do
noodles.
something. Yeah,
Okay.
man. Like honestly, it's like I said last week. Like we're gonna be friends forever, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, man, let's might as well
For
just hang
sure.
out. It's the year 2018, end of 2018 / 2019.
2019.
Year of the thing, right?
Year of
We're
the
doing the
thing.
thing, doing the events,
Doing the big thing.
doing the big thing. Podcast. That's huge. It's
I'm
huge.
excited for it.
It's huge. So something else about the Pringles though. I'm not here for any of those flavors. Realistically, I'm not the
Yeah.
biggest Pringle fan. I got this email off some bullshit like they were doing like can't remember. It's not like
The
a
way
box
that-
top thing. It was like an ad thing. You know what I mean? Like a
way
promo
that-
code.
The way that you set it up was like you like follow them.
Yeah,
like
I know.
You subscribe
But
to
like,
their emails.
Well, because I feel like I do. Like I feel stupid enough because I haven't unsubscribed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it was like a weird thing. It was like enter this code for a chance to win $10,000, and I was like,
And you-
man, I mean, like, what am I doing with these 5 seconds? Like,
and
yeah.
you entered the code.
I entered the
You
code, and they were like unlimited
sucker.
emails.
You know?
but I get to find out about all these good products. You know
You
what I mean?
cannot unsubscribe.
So honestly, Pringles, I'm unsubscribing to the emails.
That's
3
probably
new flavors.
a good
I'm not a
plan.
big fan of. I've never really liked Pringles. You guys are innovators, you know. Like I get it, the whole stack thing. Like it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
However,
They have a weird film. They leave like a weird film.
they do, and
They have a
and
weird texture.
I don't like the shape of them either. Like I get it. Like that's how they
Mhm.
stack. But like I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
They're not
Does that
even
make sense at all?
they're not even potato chips. They call them crisps.
That's like some. European stuff. Isn't that what they call like chips? I think like crisps. They call them. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Chips.
I'm not cultured though. I've never been there. You've been there.
No, chips or fries. Fuck, I don't know, man.
Yeah. So, Pringles, just to rub it in your face even further.
Oh my god.
I bought me a pack of Funyuns. Okay, these are real chips. Okay, you know why these are real chips? Because they taste delicious. They make your breath smell bad, and they cut your mouth. Okay, so they get you some real chips. Some that you have to get upset about while eating, but they taste so good.
Funyuns?
Yeah, I'm repping Funyuns. Just throw it in the frame, then, dude.
Did Funyuns?
Brought to you by Buffalo Trace and Funyuns and Red Bull. Boom.
But yeah, well,
Funyuns.
Jeez.
Hook me up. T-shirts. Bracelets that look like Funyuns. You know, I think that's a Live Strong. Give me one of those.
That's actually,
I think
that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
That's where Lance Armstrong got him.
Yeah, that's
Funyuns.
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 That's a good call.
Yeah, so Funyuns. That's the stuff. There you go. Pringles. We're done.
All right, so you're talking about companies keeping track of your stuff, sending you emails, badgering you, and you are a sucker for it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It makes me feel important.
So we got to talk about this. I want to get your opinion.
Can I pour a glass?
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't care, right?
I definitely pour me one. Pour me one. It's over on your side.
I can handle that. Get this out of the way. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay. So the Wall Street Journal published an article.
Yes, sir.
This week, and so I did a deep dive on some stuff, and I gotta be honest, I'm not necessarily a fan of what I came up with. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to get your opinion on it. So the Wall Street Journal released this article, and the headline is "On Hold for 45 Minutes. It might be your secret customer score." Okay. That's what the article said.
Say that again.
On hold for 45 minutes. It might be your secret customer score. So, jeez.
Sorry, guy.
Oh man. So I read into it a little more. The secret customer score that they're talking about is your CLV score.
CLV score,
which is customer lifetime value, which is, have you heard of that?
No, I mean I saw it on the topics and I didn't even look it up. I didn't want to. I just just coming to it fresh.
So CLV score, it's customer lifetime value. It's a metric that companies use all the time. It's common. It's common. No big deal.
Among big companies and stuff like that, I'm guessing.
Small companies.
Okay.
Small startups, they'll use customer lifetime value. And basically what it is when you acquire a customer, how much money are they going to bring you like throughout their lifetime? Like literally. So, and so what this is talking about is companies are actually, they're plugging that metric into things like their phone software. So when you call in, if you are a very good customer with that company and you have a high
they'll prioritize you.
They'll prioritize you. They'll fast track you. So you'll get better service. You talk to better people. You'll get better offers and stuff like that. Now, yeah. Okay. Exactly. Here's my issue with it. In my opinion, because I know about that. I know about customer lifetime value. I get the idea. I think it's a good thing. And companies should do that. And a lot of it, like you do that. I do that on just, observational.
Just
you have good customers,
good
customers, you want to take care of them.
This
is just putting science and numbers behind it. Cool. I get it. I think I'm maybe even okay with treating them differently.
Yeah.
Maybe. Here's my big issue, okay? These companies, and now I'm starting to talk more about big companies. They are purchasing information about you.
Of course they are.
From information brokers. One of the big ones is Axiom. I read about them a little bit and looked into them. But so Axiom is buying your shit.
An information broker. That is disgusting.
Information broker, data broker. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So they're buying your information. So they acquire you as a customer. Then they are buying information about you that they didn't acquire themselves. It's not like, they're not necessarily basing it on just your history with that company. They're basing their information on
anything they can find online.
Like your browsing habits, internet browsing habits.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Internet browsing habits, phone, like how how often you abandon a shopping cart. Like if you put things into a shopping cart and then how many times you call into customer service, all these things. So they're acquiring all this, and your purchasing history, because credit cards are pimping all this information out.
Yeah,
gladly.
Of course.
So this company, so it's no longer just about their relationship with you. It's
all things considered,
and they're buying that shit. So, and I think I think I don't like it. I think it pisses me off.
It definitely pisses me off. First of all, I need to know how much my information's worth, okay? Because you're a fool. You're a sucker. Someone got you, okay? Dog memes.
Right.
That's it. that's it. Like literally, there's no substance there.
No.
I mute everyone on Facebook who talks politics. I post dog memes. That's it. But that is literally, it's crazy to me. It's obvious, but it's crazy because it's one of those things you don't think about. What a time to be alive. You ever watch Black Mirror?
You know
what it is.
Yeah. I've seen a handful
Black
of
Mirror
episodes.
shit.
It
dude.
is Black Mirror shit.
This is Black Mirror shit. That's not okay. Eventually, you're going to be in a room and all the walls are going to be LCD screens or whatever, you know what I mean? And like they're going to just like fucking pound you with shit. You're not even going to be able to get away from it.
Seriously.
It's insane. I don't really like it that much. I mean, obviously, everyone does this and it's like it's a huge topic, you know what I mean, of debate. Mm-hmm. Typically, I don't really care because once again, I'm not that interesting. I'm really not.
Right.
However, it is very weird to me that people are selling that information,
mm-hmm.
like that there's a value to it. You know what I mean? And I get a score because first of all, if they really are giving me a score, it's low as shit. I online shop often.
Right.
Don't buy shit hardly ever.
Right.
I do the Amazon, like even when I was, like I said earlier, looking for a wallet. I put like 5 wallets in my cart. Like not 5 wallets in one cart. I did 1 cart, 1 wallet. Then next one.
Right.
And abandon them all. So these people don't care about me at all. I'm not getting anything from them.
You're getting nothing.
That makes so much sense.
Well, on the somewhat
30-minute hold times.
Not
yet.
It's not necessarily true because some of the people, it works both ways. Some of the people that are the best customers, they're not necessarily getting the best pricing because they're going to buy it anyway
because they're willing to spend whatever.
So they're trying to entice
scammers.
Yeah, it's just they're using it off of the whole 80-20 principle.
Yeah.
Like 20. You spend 80% of your effort on 20% of whatever. So that's what they're basing it on. So they're just trying to target who their 20 top 20% of their revenue generators, and then they're going to give them the best service, attention, whatever. And I get that, but in my mind, it creates a prejudice that I do have an issue with because in my opinion, that should be left out. It should just be left out. If I'm coming into if I'm choosing to do business with you, I should be getting your best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this article flat out, I think it was this one or maybe it was a different one, but there, someone was cited as saying not every customer deserves your best.
Yeah.
And I'm calling bullshit
how is that
on
so?
that.
Like that is terrible.
Fuck that.
First of all, that's probably, quote, anonymous. Like they're not letting that information get out there.
Right.
That is terrible. So I had an issue with this the other day. So like there's a thing, right? Like in customer service, you work in customer service and you like I do. Not every customer deserves your best. That might be somewhat true. But they should get it. They should get it. But
what I'm saying is, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? I'm saying they should get it though.
But what I'm saying, they should get it, but they should definitely start with it.
Yeah. Oh,
they should definitely start
absolutely.
with it.
Absolutely.
It shouldn't be this situation where you're coming in and your decisions already made.
You're prejudiced over like whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
The
and
guy
so that's
who
what
looks like he's not going to spend any money.
Right. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If someone's coming to do business with you, and you go, "Oh, what's your name? Oh, yeah. Hold on one second. Let me just real quick bring up a dashboard on you," which is Black Mirror shit.
Yeah,
that's where we're headed.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna swipe up, dashboard on you, and just swipe through everything that you've done. I'm gonna peruse your social media real quick.
Look at all these thumbs downs.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna see what you've been doing with our competitor, and then I'm gonna see, oh, you're shopping around all our competitors. Oh, you bought a bunch of stuff from them. And now you're coming here, like it's
you only got 3 likes on that Facebook picture, nerd.
Right, nerd. Yeah. And then you're gonna treat them that way, And that's bullshit.
It really is. Like, that's disgusting. It's almost disgusting because,
Right.
I mean, even though I don't know how long they've been doing this. You know, I don't know if you have statistics on it.
They've been doing it a long time.
Been doing it a long
crazy.
time. And
it's just becoming more.
And it's got to be still in its infant stage. You know what I mean? Like, it's only going to get crazier.
It's definitely still in its infant stage. The crazy thing is, what's happening now is, like I mentioned, that company Axiom. They, from what I read, they were cited as the biggest company you've never heard of. That was the way they were described.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
I don't like that either.
I don't like it either. Big Brother type stuff. It's sketchy.
Yeah.
But so
great slogan.
I will also tell you, finding this information
not easy, or is very easy.
Not that easy.
That's even more disturbing.
Not that easy. I mean, it was all on Google. You know, it was all
8th page.
It wasn't
because Google's pimping your information, bro.
It wasn't 8th page. But I just had to. It was such a specific phraseology that I had to use to get there, and even then, nothing flat out spelled this out. It was really like finding different things. I had to go, and I found that article about Axiom. The article was from like 2012.
Yeah,
but the information I got in that and the language that was in that article. When I punched in some of that, it brought up some other things. When I started looking at Axiom specifically, then there were ads for companies that were like,
"Oh yeah,
we beat Axiom on pricing. Like, we're cheaper than Axiom." Now it's becoming more accessible to where before it probably was just the major players, but now startups are going to start doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Young companies are going to start doing it, and so it's a double-edged sword. On the one hand,
it's good for the small business. Maybe
it's good for the small business because what it does do that I haven't talked about is it helps you target people.
Your demographic.
It helps you target your demographic.
Yeah,
and it helps you market to people. You know, it helps Pringle send you that fucking
absolutely. Well, and
ad,
like Google,
they dropped off. It.
You were still at work, I think. You're still there.
Okay.
They dropped off like a little piece. That's what they're doing. They're pimping out information, dude. And you know what I mean? It's crazy. So are you telling me that you did not just type into Google, does Target care if I watch porn? That's not how you got to Axiom?
That's not how I got to Axiom.
Okay. Well, you know,
do you want me to Google that and see what it says?
Yeah. Do they care? Bring it up. Let's find out. Because I mean, honestly, you know what's funny? It could be like an already searched thing. Have you ever done that? Have you ever like typed in like something like you're serious though, and then the weirdest like frequent search or whatever, or I don't know, whatever you call them, preferred search comes up, and it's like, I don't know, how do you lose weight? And then like it'll fill in the rest for you, and it's like, how do you lose weight? As I don't know, you know what I mean though. Makes no sense.
No, all right. So I Googled, does Target care if I watch porn?
Is this an official Target statement?
No, it's not.
Plug.
But it is funny because it's all over the place. I'll read the headlines on the top,
I like it.
5 headlines or whatever.
I really like it. Yes.
You asked it. Is porn like real sex? From Mount Sinai Adolescent Health, top hit. Next one. Why can't I stop watching porn? 3 reasons it's hard to quit. That's from Coven. What is it? Coven Tees? Jeez. The next one. Watching
Coven Tees?
Covenan. Covenantes. What the? Covenanteys. Covenantes.
Can you write us with your real name, please?
Yeah, please let us know. Next one, watching porn is bad for your smartphone business. That's from CNN.
Thank you, CNN.
Immediately followed by
Fox News.
So, watching porn is bad for your smartphone. Very next headline, 9 surprising reasons why you should be watching porn. From salon.com. And then here we go. We finally get to Target. And this, of course, is brought to us by none other than Reddit. Target employee forgets to mute the mic.
There we go. Yes.
Target,
I'm here for it.
Target store accidentally plays porn audio over a PA system.
It might not have been porn audio. It just might have been someone struggling to like do something, some strenuous activity. You never really know.
You never know. Well, it's on Reddit. You never know.
You might be able to know. I mean, Reddit's great. I don't know. Everything I read on Reddit is factual. I take it as fact, okay? Fake news.
You are insane.
Reddit has some of the best advice ever.
Well, they definitely have that.
It's the worst / best advice ever, and that's why I really like it. Since you brought up Reddit, it's kind of funny. I'm sorry, I'm going to go on a tangent. It's not much of a tangent.
Lay it on me.
Do you know who Hassan Minaj is?
Yeah. He's hilarious.
Okay. You think he's funny?
Yeah.
I don't really know him, right? So he has a new show. Have you seen that?
No.
Patriot Act or something?
I saw the trailer. I've
seen like 2 episodes. So he's kind of funny. He has fake enthusiasm, which I mean, you have to in showbiz, right?
Yeah.
But like, I can really tell his is fake, so I hate it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's not really about that. So he went on Reddit. You know what an AMA is? Ask me anything or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you see people do that, like celebrities or whatever.
Yeah.
So he did one, right? And like, cause he thought he was like that cool to like do an AMA on Reddit, and they roasted this man.
They wrecked it.
Okay, so what is Hassan Minaj? He is an Indian, I believe, like American man. You know what I mean? Comedian. So if you don't know, he's an Indian American comedian.
Right.
He gets on Reddit. He does an AMA, and
dangerous.
Ask me anything. He's like, I'm the host of the new Patriot Act show on Netflix. Blah blah blah. Politics, and everyone's like, that's really cool. Loved you in Parks and Rec. And there were like 12 comments like that, man. And it was so satisfying to read. Like, then you know how Reddit is.
Yeah.
If you you spend time on there. People just keep building, and their asshole
it just ramps up.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Then he goes to douchebag. You know what I mean? And like, these people are bad. Yeah, I can't remember all of them, but the first one was like, really cool, bro, but love you in Parks and Rec or something like that. And it was so funny. And then someone else later down the line, they said, it's sad that they're taking you off The Simpsons. And it was terrible, man. Like, people are just ripping him. And the reason I did think it was funny, though, is because I didn't really know who he was either. So, like, I thought it was funny. I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I need.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. So anyway, customer lifetime value, I'm not for it. I get it though. But like you said, it's in the infancy stage. It's not going anywhere. It's just going to be a bigger thing. So I guess it's better to be aware, better to know that figure out ways to game the system, try and get your like points. But that is the big thing. And I'll just we can stop talking about this because
no, you're fine. Because you should be conscious of it, just so you can not do anything about it. Like I have been doing. I know people look at my stuff, but I don't care.
You should be conscious of it. But the big thing is, hopefully, and there is a push for this, that these scores would be made public and or regulated.
That is, like, what does that mean? Like, is that a bad or a good thing? Like,
okay, when I hear regulation, I hear more government involvement, and I don't like that.
Okay.
But at the same time,
I don't like that either.
At the same time, I don't like that there's a fucking score for
Maybe
me.
It does need to be regulated.
That I can't see. I don't even necessarily know if it needs to be regulated, but I feel like post that shit.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the company? Axiom?
Post that shit. Axiom is one of them. But they're the information broker.
Okay, so who does the scores? Who makes the scores? Do you know a company name that makes the scores?
No. Axiom probably has scores. It's the actual Funyuns or Frito-Lay or whoever.
Yeah, Frito-Lay, I think so. Nabisco? Frito-Lay? No.
Yeah, Frito-Lay. So like Frito-Lay, probably not them because they're selling to stores. But that was a bad example. But
anyone who does online, I know what you mean.
Yeah, anyone that does online. The big ones, airlines, huge. Airlines would be huge. Any of your like utility type services, so like cable, cell phone plans, cell phones, stuff like that. Any of the big, Apple.
Yep. The worst.
Apple owns
/best
all of the information. So those companies. So yeah, I don't necessarily care. I'm not necessarily for more regulation on anything. However, just post it. Just tell me what it is. I just want to know where I stand so that I can make sure that I'm better than other people.
Once again, I like you so much. Okay, because look, we will never talk about this again if you post our scores. I really don't care about everyone else. Just the people I know.
Yeah.
And myself.
Just give me me.
I'm with Sean. Like, I want to know that I'm better than my cousin or whatever. Like, I'm a preferred customer because I'll pull that shit out at Thanksgiving and I'll be like, you're a nerd. That's why Apple will give me 10% off and you too. Or whatever. Like, dude, I want to know. Post my score and I will never talk about this again.
You know what's
I'll
funny?
lobby for you.
You know what's funny? Companies should actually do this as a marketing ploy.
Yeah, to
Fucking
get your
brilliant.
shit up. Get your shit together, dude.
Yeah.
We think you're garbage. So
Yeah.
why don't you buy some more shit and then we'll care about you.
It would work.
It would work
for me.
Humans are so weird because
So
it
weird.
would. It'd be like, is that a challenge?
Yeah.
You want me to spend more money
really?
there? You think
Yeah.
I can't? You think I don't make enough money to spend
Right.
at your piece of crap store?
Right.
You're gonna love me, Target.
You're gonna love me so much.
That's so funny because that really is. You're right. That would work.
It would. Oh, it would 100% work.
Because it would work with me.
I would.
Competition's there.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna call me a piece of garbage. You're gonna give me a red score or whatever. You know, I'm assuming red. You know,
Yeah,
red and
it'd be
green.
red.
I need to be green.
Yeah.
I need to be like glowing.
Gold.
Yeah, like
Platinum.
neon. Oh, platinum.
Black.
Black. Black.
Zach,
Give me the black Target card. Sick. Absolutely sick. And you know how you get a black Target card?
How's that?
Well, I don't think you can get one of those. But you know how you get a black
How's that?
You know how you get a black card?
How's that?
By spending a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you make a lot of money?
How's that?
Typically by working really hard. Sometimes, like, I mean, you know,
I have heard that.
sometimes you can get money if you don't
Sometimes.
work hard at all.
Right.
If you're like Nicole Richie or something.
Right.
Is that an outdated answer? Am I so like mid 2000s simple life?
You?
That was old, right? I'm so
Nicole
dude,
Richie.
I'm like 26
What
years
fucking
old. I'm
reference was
26 years old.
What?
That lady's like 40 years old. I don't even know why I said that.
Nicole Richie. Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton. Yeah, like, dude, did she even do anything? Is
who
she
else is
alive?
big?
Is she around? Is she around right now?
What do the kids listen to these days? NSYNC.
And dude, hey, I'm still listening. Come Christmas time, tell me you're not gonna put on that holiday album.
It's a dope holiday.
It's
album.
a dope holiday album. Plug JT.
JT's still killing it.
Everyone else is so garbage though.
Still
Honestly, I don't
killing
care.
it.
Everyone else I was not a fan of. But so
No.
you know, you get money by working hard. And like typically, like who tells you to like what motivates you to work hard? Like there's different things for people, right? What's your motivation to work hard? Your family.
My family is huge. Yeah.
Do you also personally care about yourself? Like is it like something for yourself as well?
It is.
Like you want to work hard and do good at something, self-fulfillment, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, it's self-improvement, self-fulfillment is huge for me. I mean, that's been a big thing. You know, I think that's one of the reasons why we got along because, you know, you're very similar in that way. But no, I mean, for me, it's huge. You know, if you're not, this is a blanket statement applied to anything, and it's true. If you're not growing, you're dying.
Absolutely.
If you're talking about business, if you're talking about you know
your relationship,
any relationship, if it's not growing, it's dying, or it's becoming stagnant, and then it will start dying.
And
It's
then
it,
it'll
but
die.
it's so basically,
Absolutely.
you know. So for me, you know, I was not a great student.
Mm-hmm.
Some may say I was the worst.
Worst student ever. Sean, you got that paper?
If any
Now.
part of me hopes, and I think probably this will never actually happen, but part of me just hopes that someday one of my former teachers hears this, and the second that I said that, they just go, "Fuck, yes, he's the worst. He was the worst." And they'd be like, man, I mean, it sounds like he kind of has his shit together now, a little maybe, although he is just hanging out with his buddy drinking bourbon.
But at least he
shit.
admits that I was right. He
But
was the worst.
Finally, yeah.
I'll tell you what, his mom didn't believe it. She didn't believe
She
it.
didn't believe. Oh, my mom definitely believed. Well, no, she didn't believe because she thinks I'm an angel.
Well, you are an angel. Look at you.
But
Wings and everything.
definitely, as a student, I was fucking horrible. I got senioritis. You're familiar with the term?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got it in 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I picked it up.
I got you.
In 6th
You're
grade,
ready. You were ready.
I was ready. I was done. I was done with school in 6th
Yeah.
grade. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm out.
Yep.
I'm out." And what I struggled with in school was I could never take, I could never find the practical information in what I was doing and how it was going to apply to my actual life. And so that just bugged me. It always felt like busy work.
You mean to tell me that you don't use like algebraic formulas daily?
Not daily. no.
Geometrical formulas daily?
Not daily. It is funny though.
It's weird.
What is funny though, as I've progressed professionally and gotten into different spots,
Sometimes you do use that weird shit.
I have to Google it because I don't.
Yeah, because you don't remember.
Because I never learned it.
Because you dropped
And
out
so-
in 6th grade.
dropped out, 6th grade dropout. I had to. So yeah, I have to Google shit. And the funny thing is, we live in the information age. all information is available all the time. However, it's not necessarily that simple.
It's not that simple.
It's, if you want a headline,
Yeah, 'cause you don't know how to apply the shit that you can see on Google.
Exactly. So, you have to learn the theory of things. And so, so you can find out how to teach yourself. But it does make me think, and it's weird. I just think education is changing, and we need to figure that out because the goal, trying to memorize algebraic formulas and shit like that,
it's not practical. It makes no sense.
And with how solid technology is today, it's really unnecessary. So we should really be combining the power of technology and what we bring as humans and figuring out how to integrate that and then make it really good, as opposed to spending a bunch of time memorizing shit. But it did make me think about, what did people do before Google? Like, you would literally, I was struggling. I was trying to put together a spreadsheet, and I was trying to figure out some formula, and I couldn't make it work. And so I was Googling all over the place, and I found something, and I was able to make it work. But I was like, what did you do before that?
You died.
You died. You
didn't do anything.
You died. You got fired.
Yeah, absolutely.
You definitely got fired. Or if you were able to get through the day without getting fired, then you went home and you went into the attic and you got out your fucking textbooks from high school that you didn't throw away.
Absolutely.
And you poured through the books and tried to find how crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So anyway,
Evolution.
I got off on a sidetrack, but I was a terrible student. I was the worst, and all of my teachers can attest, except for a couple that loved me because I'm a charmer.
Yeah, you are a charmer.
I'm definitely a charmer.
You got me. You got me. You hooked me.
I hooked you. But most teachers saw that I was just full of shit, and they hated me.
They saw through it. They said, this guy, miscellaneous bullshit.
This guy's full of so much miscellaneous bullshit. Fuck that guy. And that's what they were saying. So, but as I've gotten older.
Yes.
Much older. Now I enjoy learning, but in a different way, because I'm picking and choosing what I'm learning, and I'm learning specific things that are going to add value to my life and to my family's life.
Because you get to, like you said, you get to pick what you're learning now and everything like that. But it all comes back to the fact that, like, there's a reason you do it. You know what I mean? Everyone has their reasons, right? So, like, whenever I was in school, I was deathly afraid of, like, my parents. So, like, I did good in school. You know what I mean? Like, get good grades because I didn't want to get, grounded or whatever. I didn't get grounded. I get grades. But, you know how it is. You want to impress someone or whatever. Then I struggled with this thing once I graduated, where I had no accountability other than to myself, which was dangerous for a young man. Not every young man, but it was dangerous for me. I wasn't ready. I didn't have a drive to be great myself, if you will. That makes sense?
Yep.
Some people have been there before, maybe you have, I don't know, but I definitely didn't have it, man. So I kind of understand when people are there. However, if you don't have anything else to work or live for, like no kids, if you don't have any family, you're out in the world by yourself. You literally have nothing.
Right.
You need to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there who literally don't see tomorrow, and they're not willing to be patient and work hard. You know what I mean? And they, like you said earlier in the show, where it's an instant gratification era. That's what we're in right now. You know what I mean? And the reason I wanted to bring this up, self-improvement, whatever you want to call it. The reason I want to bring this up is because I deal with this stuff daily, literally daily.
Right.
People that feel like they are stagnant, and maybe they are because they themselves are stagnant and complacent and doing even less than they should be. You know what I mean?
Here's what's crazy though, and I agree with you. I think a lot of times it is a lack of not a lot of times. Sometimes it's a lack of work ethic. Yeah. Sometimes it's a lack of willingness to put in what it takes. Sometimes that's a problem. The other problem that I see constantly, and it makes me want to bang my head against a fucking wall.
I can't wait.
Lack of vision.
Yeah, exactly.
Lack of vision. Lack of, and when I say that, what I mean is not even like you have to have a perfect plan or vision of what you want, but that you want things and automatically exclude yourself from them. Fuck that. I'm not gonna exclude myself from anything.
Yeah.
I start, and this is why.
And you're there. Like,
this is why you talk about how my wife is the best. My wife is the best, and I was this way a little when we met, but she was already full-fledged this way, and she definitely brought it out in me more. And it's something that we've always been very firm on, is literally we start with, why not? Like,
yeah,
can we do this? Yeah. We start with the assumption that we can do it.
Yeah.
That's where we start. Whatever we want, whatever the lofty thing is, and it's not like we're a little impractical sometimes, but we're not materialistic, we're not insane. You
guys are down to earth people.
We like fine spirits, we like traveling. Other than that, it's not like we're not,
all the new Apple products.
Not all of them, and that's just me. She doesn't give a shit. But, you start with the assumption that you can do it. Yeah. Start with and don't follow the rules.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't go. What do the rules say? What does let me see the frequently asked questions. What does it say? Oh, can I do this thing I want to do? Oh, it says I can't. I guess I can't. No. Yeah. No. Get someone on the phone. Send an email. Talk to someone who knows someone who knows someone.
Yep.
And get shit done.
Figure it out.
Get it done.
Figure it out, man. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves is people that are not willing to put one foot forward. Okay, yeah. Look, life is going to constantly present you, like whether it be work, your personal life, and whatever, in a relationship, obstacles are everywhere, man. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? There's the cliche, memes and sayings out there, like, nothing's a straight line. It's, 2 steps forward, 5 back, whatever it is. There's obstacles everywhere. However, if you sit around all the time just saying how you can't do something, or like if you don't, I just don't see this happening. I just don't see how this is going to happen. Right. You're wasting everyone's time, including yourself, and that's when it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? You got to put 1 foot forward, and you'll get it done. And that's something that my dad taught me. And like whenever I was younger, I thought he was just a dick. Yeah. Like, Dad, you're an asshole. Yeah. And he kind of is, but he's a really good guy. Like, really, he cares about me. You know what I mean? Like, and he would be tough about certain things, and you don't want to hear it when you're a kid, but you realize whenever you're older, like looking back, oh, he just cares about me. He wanted me to do it the right way. You know what I mean? He wanted me to figure it out. So, I was 18, made some bad decisions, just wasn't always about working hard for myself. And then, got a little bit closer to him, and he starts preaching this stuff to me. And, at first, like I said, I didn't want to hear it. Right. You know what I mean? But then I applied it. And it works. It works. Like, and you have to have a little bit of patience. You might have to have, because it's not instant gratification like everything else. You know what I mean? No. If it is something, it's an anomaly or something that's not right, you need to get out. You got to work hard for it, but you got to be willing to work hard.
You have to be willing to work hard. And you have to be, you have to have integrity. And that's a big thing that's missing, the dictionary describes integrity, but it's what you do when people aren't looking.
Absolutely.
That's ultimately what it is. And
it's a character trait.
Because the reality is, when people aren't looking, people are actually looking.
Absolutely. We get cameras everywhere.
There's cameras everywhere.
Everywhere.
Axiom is looking.
Always.
And
on your phone, they have your phone
score.
camera on. They're like, this is a
they're watching everything.
Taco Bell, drop this person's score right now.
Drop it. But people are, and even if people aren't actually watching, the indirect effect of what you did something, it always makes its way back, and it makes a difference. And so it's highly important. And you brought it up with your dad, and my dad taught me the same thing. I thought my dad was an asshole too.
He probably was.
He was the biggest asshole.
But you were probably a piece of shit.
I was a complete piece of shit.
Me too.
I didn't realize it, and it's so.
I realized it. I just didn't want to accept it.
It's so funny as I've gotten older, and and I've described this. I've described it to my dad. Actually, because we went through a time where we weren't that close. As I got a little older, we've since gotten much closer. And we have a great relationship now, but it's so funny because I just had this list. I had 2 lists. I had, my dad is an asshole list, and then the good things I learned from my dad list. I had 2 separate lists, and the older I got, it wasn't like new things were popping up on this list.
You just remembered them, or like they happened.
It wasn't new things happening over here. It was literally just, that one thing, asshole. Nope, we're sliding it over the other column.
I see what you're saying.
I'm literally this thing that I thought was my dad being an asshole. Slide it over. He was killing it.
Yeah.
He was killing it when he did that thing.
Dad didn't give me $20,000 for a new car.
Right.
Frick.
Yeah.
Wait.
Dude, my dad did this thing once, and it was such a baller move. Like, but it was, this was top of the asshole list for a long time. I told you senioritis in 6th grade. That was a real thing. I'm in 6th grade. My dad worked 45 minutes away. So when he left for that, like, he's gone.
Yeah,
it's not
he's
like
gone.
he's swinging by for lunch or anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
My parents were already separated at this point, so we weren't living together. I had senioritis in 6th grade. I stopped doing work. I stopped doing homework. I stopped doing shit. I was literally falling like I'm gonna fail 6th grade. And I'm sitting there in class, and my dad walks into the classroom in 6th grade.
Out of nowhere.
And my heart literally stopped beating. I think I died.
Yeah.
Right then and
you should have.
And my teacher sees him and goes,
she's like, this isn't fucking normal. I've never seen this guy in my life. Hostage.
No, she knew. She was expecting him. She goes, she was 100. And she was like, hey.
Plot thickens.
She's like, hey, yeah, we have everything set up. Boom.
Fuck does that mean? You're about to get murdered.
Yeah. So he looks at me and he's like, grab your stuff. And I'm like, no, sorry. He looks at me and goes, grab your stuff. And I'm like,
grab your stuff.
I'm fucking dead. I'm dead. My dad and my teacher or some other teacher, we go to an empty classroom.
Write your will.
They take us to an empty, it was like a storage, it was a classroom, but it was not being used. Yeah. Storage classroom.
I don't like it.
They go in there. My dad, like, he's like a beast. Your dad's big too. My dad's
He's a big
huge.
guy? I've never seen him.
Yeah, he's taller. So he's taller than me. He's like 6'3".
You're tall.
He's taller. He's taller than me. His voice is deeper than mine.
Big guy.
He's
like stocky-ish.
Yeah, we have a similar build.
Okay.
But he's just a little taller, a little bigger. His voice is a little deeper. He's a little scarier.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. But you're a big guy, but you're not scary in the slightest.
Me, not at all. No. He
is scary.
Can be scary. Intense, which translates to scary
in the moment
when it needs to.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it serves the purpose.
Absolutely.
For him. So they take us to this empty classroom, sit us down, and dude, there's just a mountain of work of shit. Like, my teacher hands it to him.
All the shit you did not do.
There's all the shit you didn't do, and my dad just sits there with me in this empty classroom for the rest of the day, and just, am I going to lunch with everyone? No.
You don't get to eat.
Am I going to recess? Because we still had recess. Am I going to recess?
No.
Fuck no. I'm not going to recess. My dad, I think, I don't.
Your dad's here now, bitch.
Okay. Exactly. I don't remember it, but I'm just imagining. I don't specifically remember this instance happening, but I'm certain it did, where like the bell rang for recess, and I probably
looking up at the clock.
I probably just looked. And I probably just looked, but I didn't. I didn't say anything.
He gave you like a slight smirk and was like, "No."
And I just sat there and did work. But I was like mortified. I was mortified, and I was so angry about that for so long.
Yeah.
Even when I was an adult, I'm 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
I think even in my early 20s, I looked back on that as like, that was messed up.
But now you realize how big of a prick you were and how nice of a guy your dad is, that he cared about you so much that he took off a whole day of work to come sit with your bitch ass.
Exactly.
While you did 2 + 2 is 4. I couldn't do this.
It was 6th grade. It was higher level than that. But yeah, same type of bullshit.
You were still doing 2. You were doing the 2 + 2 is 4. You didn't turn that in from 2nd grade, dude. Take it up.
Exactly.
Pick it up. That's why he was pissed.
Exactly. So yes, I absolutely realized, no, my dad was.
Dude, your dad sounds cool though.
He was killing.
Not that other stuff too, but he sounds cool.
But that move, that dad move of
that's intimidating. As shit.
What is my kid? What is my kid doing? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drive from work, 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
I'm going to show up. The teacher knows because I'm not a psycho, but my son's not going to know.
Yeah.
And like,
because I kind of am.
And I'm going to, because I kind of am.
Yeah.
But I just don't want the teacher to know.
I don't want the teacher to think I am, but you know.
And I'm going to, such a baller
It is.
dad
I
move.
really like it.
It was so good. And at the same time, I flipped a switch because you mentioned before, but we adopted. So I'm the, proud father of a 19-year-old, which doesn't really.
How old are you?
I am 32.
49. Okay, sorry, 32.
I'm 32. So it doesn't really.
Dude, I thought you were like 33, 34ish.
No,
I'm not
32.
32.
It does. So it doesn't make sense on paper,
Still old.
but so and I had similar struggles. Currently having similar type struggles with him, and then I realized I was like, my dad, baller move.
Yeah.
Baller move.
Yeah.
Like he was so on point, and I just was like, asshole category. Life lesson. Thank you, Dad.
Yeah,
category.
Absolutely.
And I just found
Gonna
that
use that later in life.
Gonna use
if
it
I have
later.
to.
If I have to. Now I have a roadmap. I can do that. But there's so many things like that just cracked me up where I, just like a switch flipped, and I'm like, oh no, this was not him being an asshole. This was him just being on point.
My dad did some baller shit.
Yeah.
But like in 6th grade especially, but like he didn't teach me public lessons like that, right? Like I wasn't a bad kid. Like I didn't get bad grades or anything like that. I did some bad shit, in the neighborhood or whatever, toilet paper in people's houses and stuff like that. But like I didn't do bad shit to where he'd have to like embarrass me in front of the classroom or anything. Mm-hmm. He didn't have to. He did. You know what my dad does. No one else does. For those listening, my dad is a police officer, okay? He's a cop.
Certified.
5-0.
Licensed.
5-0.
Licensed and registered.
Licensed, badged.
Badged.
Gunned. All that stuff. Handcuffed. Well, he handcuffs.
He handcuffs.
Which is what he did to me in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. My parents were separated as well. They got separated when I was in 5th grade. I swear, I don't know if I've told you this. Maybe I have. I don't know. I mentioned it.
Yeah, I think you did.
He literally would show... Dude.
Yeah,
if he was going to pick me up from school,
he
would show up and like try to be funny about it. He'd like park his cop car and he'd walk up to the entrance.
Right.
And he was like, all right, turn around. And like the first time I was like,
come on, Dad.
I was with my friends the first time.
Dad.
I was like, come on, Dad. Like, And then he was like, no, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm going to put you in these cuffs at least because I think it's funny, And like he didn't say that, but I know how he is.
Right.
And so he did it. And then like, after the first time, I was, oh man, I would like eat it up. I'd like throw in some acting. I'd be like, get off me, pig! Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, coppa! You're never gonna take me.
You got street cred, right?
Dude, oh my god,
so much.
I'm telling you, man,
so much.
Literally, the most popular I've ever been in my entire life was 6th through 8th grade.
Was when that
Not
was happening.
all because of that, maybe, but maybe it was. But that's
it was
when
probably
I had
mostly
dude,
that.
I had girlfriend every single week. Okay,
Come
different
on.
girlfriend, man. I was a dog, man. You know what I mean? I was holding hands with all these girls. Okay, movies, holding hands with all of them.
Holding hands,
dude. I was such a badass.
Writing notes,
and I peaked in 6th grade. I peaked. Like, I was holding hands with all these girls.
All downhill from
all
there.
these girls.
Well,
and it was pretty cool, though. It was pretty cool. My dad taught me some life lessons, but he wouldn't do them in public, And like I said, he taught me to put one foot forward. He taught me to work hard for things. He taught me not to make excuses.
That's
literally
huge.
like, I mean, and the thing, there's a fact, right? Like certain things are like, can hold you back, might, will hold you back. Excuses are just going to waste your time, man. That's bullshit. Don't even do it. Like, figure out a way around. Why? Who feels sorry for you? Do you feel sorry for me? Do I feel sorry for you? No. Do it.
What purpose is it serve? It serves
Guess what?
Zero purpose.
Veteran bill's going to show up next week, regardless. You know what I mean? Like, and he told me that stuff. And like, back to what you said, it took me forever to kind of like let that resonate in my head. I did it a couple of years before me and you crossed paths. But where I really got to do it from start to finish is when I met you at my current employment. Like, and I can't even describe it. Like, sometimes it sounds stupid. Like, I really do think about my job all the time. I'm the boss. I think about it all the time. You know how it goes. You think about it all the time. But like, also I think about how I got here and like how like proud I am about it, because literally it wasn't easy in the slightest. You know what I mean? I took a job starting out making like half the money I was making at my previous job.
Right.
Just as in like at the time I had my reasons. I had money saved, I was trying to, just take a filler gig or whatever, but it ended up being one of the best decisions I've ever made. Like all things considered, I met great people, me and you, lifelong friends, me and Trannon, lifelong friends. James, Meat Hooks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking Brandon, you know what I mean? Like all these funny stories,
fantastic.
you know what I mean? Just like funny people, funny stories, funny times.
Just it's so many good memories.
And so many good memories, so many good lessons, and so many
accomplishments.
So many accomplishments, man. Like literally to start at the bottom of the bottom and then make your way up to making $1 million a year like I am, you know? Like it's literally it's like the greatest thing. You know, I kind of downplayed it a little bit right there. But I'm serious. Like, I didn't get here overnight. You didn't get there overnight. You didn't get here overnight. You know what I mean? And what's great about me and you, like, you saw my progression. Yeah. So, like, whenever I talk about it at work, like, there's certain things. I'm not even going to lie to you right now. I'm kind of ashamed. Like, I got this job, right? Yeah. For those of you who don't know, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Me and Sean used to work together. He used to be my boss. He used to be the general manager. Well, he was more than that, but he also ran the store that I was at. And then he left, you know what I mean, for reasons. And I took the position. So I am the general manager of a store in Evansville, and I love it. Like literally, there's nothing I love more like than my family and my job. Like, you know what I mean? It's literally, it's everything I care about. You know that. Like, it's how it was for you. Like, you care about your job so much because all the people that you love depend on your job just like you do. Yep. You know what I mean? Like you got to take care of people. And like, so that plus the fact that I work with great people, I'm working in an industry that I believe in, or not an industry I believe in, but an industry that I'm okay with. And I'm doing something that
you believe in.
You know what I mean?
In the industry.
No matter how minuscule people might think that is, like I really I gravitated towards it, right? You know what I mean? So like I feel great about it. I worked my ass off to get to where I am, you know what I mean? And like whenever I got the job, it didn't happen immediately. I knew I had to step it up even more. Like I'm gonna work harder. But there's been certain things I've done since I got this job. Right. There's a couple times, two specifically that I can think of off the top of my head. I had something I had to go and I rent a home, you know, and I pay my landlord. I put her money in the bank or whatever. Bank didn't open till 9. Like her bank that I go to. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be a couple minutes late. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to go ahead and take care of this first thing. Right. I felt guilty about that. Yeah. I should have showed up to work and then done it later. You know what I mean? Like, I felt guilty about that. Something like that. Very similar. I took like a hour and a half lunch because Mara was off school. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to get lunch with her. And I took a long time doing lunch. Stuff that you did, stuff that bosses have done. You know what I mean? I felt kind of bad about it. And I didn't know why at the time. Now I know why. It's because that stuff rubs off on other people. It does. Like, no matter how minuscule the shit you do is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and sometimes I think people forget. I'm not going to say I had perfect attendance, but I was damn near attendance teacher's pet. Damn near, you know what I mean? Like, damn near perfect attendance. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't miss, you know what I mean? Or whatever. If I did, I called out appropriately. Didn't overtake my days. And certain people don't do that, and they think like they can do stuff like that. And honestly, I'm not even talking about like my department, you know what I mean, or anything. I'm not talking about anyone specific, like, or anything. It's just a common thing that I deal with daily. Whether it be people I know outside of work, people I know at work, you know, whatever, on the internet. People think that they can get everything for doing something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Literally, you have to give your all to do it. How many late nights did me and you have working our asses off, or talking about work, talking about future plans? You know what I mean? Like, literally, time is put into it. Hours away, you sacrifice. Hours with your loved ones, hours with your family. It sucks. You know what I mean? But you're doing it for the greater good. Back to what you said about vision. You know what I mean? You have to see the vision, man. And I didn't I saw it from the start. Like, I haven't seen it in the past, but at this job in particular, it's so rewarding me because I saw it from the start with my interview with Straight Blue Ticket Austin. You know what I mean? Like, I loved him. Like, you know what I mean? And like, it seemed like he loved me. And we had a great interview, and he pretty much promised me the world if I worked hard for it. Right. So what I do, I worked hard for it. Guess what? You asked me to stay an extra, or I had to work. You didn't even like necessarily say. There might have been a time or two where you're like, hey, I need you on this extra day, like, or your day off. But typically you'd say, hey, like, and I don't even, like, I can't think of one exactly, but because typically you word it like, hey, this is happening this day. You know what I mean? Like, and you wouldn't even like bring it to me like that. It's just, we all knew something was happening on my day off or someone's day off. Yeah. And you'd come in and help if you wanted to.
I don't even think you probably asked me. Here's the thing. when we went through that huge move, and I've told the story a million times. I don't care. First time I've told it on the podcast. We went through that move. The average work week for everyone that week, or for that month and a half, 2-month period, the average work week was probably 60 hours. 60 hours a week.
Salary,
no overtime for anyone.
no overtime. I was making $450 a week.
Right.
Loved every second of it. Don't regret. Obviously, like even if it didn't work out, don't regret it.
But that was the average. Maybe it was a little under, maybe more like 55.
You were putting in 80. You were putting in 80. I was putting in like 72-ish.
I was putting in 80.
All the other guys were putting in like
70. Everyone else is putting in 60. But that's exactly how it's supposed to work. That's exactly how it's supposed to work. Because, by the way, how many times did I ask you to stay late?
Never, but you got it out of me by leading by example.
0.
By leading by example. That's what I mean. Like, you would just tell me something was happening. Like, you know what I mean? Or
how often
you wouldn't even tell me, like, hey, so-and-so is showing up on Wednesday. Like, this huge container.
Yeah.
I need to do it for myself.
Right.
I want to do it for myself. I need to do it for you. I want to do it for you. I want to do it for the collective.
Because you understand what's going on.
I understand what's going on. I see the vision.
You were brought in. Yeah, you see the vision. You were brought in. You know what's happening. And how... But that's the thing. And that's kind of my whole catchphrase about it. You know what's a really easy way to get people to work 60 hours a week?
Work 70.
Work 70.
Work 80. Work 90.
Yeah.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Yeah, you will.
Tonight. So check this out.
Yeah.
I had a terrible day at work.
Okay. Mine wasn't great, but
terrible. I mean, like it wasn't. I wasn't as late. I wasn't as late as you,
worse.
but you know what I deal with. I don't know what you deal with. You know what I deal with, so you can, you have empathy or whatever, sympathy, empathy. Like, man, these guys, I'm telling you, like literally, we do like this revolving like door thing, right? Like, let's say there's 3 things, A, B, and C.
Yeah.
A's a problem. We talk about A. A's good.
Yeah.
B's a problem. We talk about B. A and B are good. Then C comes up.
Right.
And then B and C are good, but A is a problem again. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, okay, like I can continue doing this for so long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When does it literally drive me insane? Today. Today is when it literally drove me insane.
Today. Answer. Spoiler alert. Today.
Today was the day. If you guys have not seen the movie, today was the day. Okay? Because here's the thing.
That's hilarious.
Here's the thing. There's nothing more simple than what I was asking these guys to do, and that was just to, and I talked to them last weekend about it.
Yeah.
And that's to follow policy.
Mm-hmm.
The owners are telling me to do something, so I'm telling you guys to do it, and you need to do it.
Right.
And also that north means north, east means east, west means west, and south means south. Okay, because I will choke these people out over deliveries. And you know what makes it worse? Whenever comptroller's in my ear about delivery.
Right.
That's what makes it way worse.
Yeah, you hear it on both sides.
I hear it on both sides. You know what I mean? And then like, I don't know who deals with the customer. Tanner. You know, or whatever. Right. You know what I mean? Maybe comptroller, but if it's a real big issue, I deal with it.
Right.
Because that's what I got to do. I'm the face, whatever. Which it's what I love. Like I love doing it. However, I got so mad tonight because you can only be nice about it for so long, or like you can only like let it be acceptable that you make the mistakes for so long.
Right.
And then after I don't want to exaggerate, 13th time that you incorrectly schedule a day or whatever, like I'm going to lose it. So I called all the guys into the back. It was a short delivery day. I had not everyone, but everyone that was there. You know, and I just let them know, like, hey, we cannot do this anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? I need them to give me the same that I'm going to give them. You know what I mean? So what I did was I told them how upset I was and everything like that, and how it's unacceptable, and how I think what they're doing, because I got into work today, Sean. I had my backpack on like I do, carrying my stuff in. Yeah. Guess what the first thing we had to do? The guys got back late last night at like 7. Okay. I think I mentioned that earlier. So we didn't load the truck. I didn't make them load the truck. They had 2 stops today. I was like, we'll do it this morning. Right. So they get back. We don't do that. Shut down the place, which is against my policy, but you know, I let it happen. Whatever. Right. This morning I came in, all the guys were already there. Got there like 7 till. Had my backpack on still. I walked straight to a piece of furniture that we had to grab down off a shelf or whatever. It's a chest up top. And I'm up there standing, and like, you know what I mean? Like literally from the moment I got in today, I was working. I didn't even set my stuff down yet. When I set my stuff down, I got back to my pallet wall gig. But this whole time, like I literally did not stop. I didn't take a lunch today. I haven't eaten dinner. I've
Right.
been running on fumes. I drank a little bit of scotch at work. That's about it.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I had an energy drink.
Did you like that scotch, by the way?
It's so rough, man. It's really rough. It's good. It's good. It's tasty. It's tasty. It's just rough.
It is
like
rough.
it's way tastier than that, but just as rough. You know what I mean? So like I did this thing, and they knew I was really mad whenever I came back there and called them all into the delivery room to talk about it. They knew I was really mad, partly because I raised my voice.
Right.
And then I apologized for yelling as I left.
It's good that you apologize.
Which is a good thing. I was like, I'm sorry for yelling, but blah, blah, blah. Got out of there. So at the end of the day, we get out of there 5:30, depending on when the work's done. Work was done at 4. You know what I mean? And there's extra stuff to do, so do the extra stuff. And I'm working, and I have plenty of stuff to do. I'm not finished with what I was supposed to be doing. I just had to get out here, no big deal.
Right.
And I was working till like 6, 5:30 rolls around, and the guys are still not moving. Because they're on like they felt like they were on eggshells,
right.
Which like they hadn't been doing what they were supposed to be doing or whatever. Right. I didn't even have to say anything to them. I didn't say anything to them. They stood around and they started finding other shit to do.
Right.
Because they knew that I was unsatisfied with what they did, like with their work for the day.
Right.
Because I would have never done that or whatever.
Right.
And they saw me working extra, so they naturally gravitated towards that and did it. And it was a beautiful thing. It felt so good, man. It felt so good. Just for these guys just to be like, oh shit, like it's like the episode of The Office where what's her name is just like, hey, do you feel like you had a good day's work, a full day's work, then go on home.
Right.
I literally said that to him. I was like, if you feel like you guys have worked as much as you want, then go ahead and go home.
Yeah.
And they like looked at each other like, what the fuck does that mean? And I was like, exactly
You'll get it.
What's your standard?
Well, and they're gonna figure it out, and there's some stuff. I'll be honest, I'm sure the way that you approached them was not the worst.
It wasn't the best.
It wasn't. I'm certain it wasn't the best.
It was not the best.
But I'm glad. That's good. What the fuck? But that's good that you can say that though, and you can admit that, dude.
That's why I apologized. I know,
that's good.
Dude. I know. I'm learning too.
But here's the thing is, and no one's gonna understand it. No one will understand it. You were probably the person that maybe had the most insight into what I did.
Yeah, absolutely.
You or Brooke. You and Brooke. Yeah. You saw different sides of it.
Brooke was in the room with you, but me and you would talk about this shit.
Right. So between the two of you, you guys had the most insight to what I dealt with. But I'm certain there was still a gap when you were the one.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I get it. I know what this job is. I know what's going on. But then it was you, and you're like, oh fuck, what is this? I didn't know about this. I wasn't expecting this.
No,
he never brought this up because there's just stuff
certain things. Yeah, absolutely.
So, and you're gonna make mistakes. Your guys are gonna make mistakes. Things to remember are, one, no one's ever going to work as hard as you.
They will never. No one's as devoted as I am.
As much as I love you, and as hard as you work, you weren't working as hard as I was when I was.
No, absolutely.
You weren't.
Absolutely,
you just weren't.
Absolutely not. And that says something though, because I was busting ass.
Yeah, you're killing it,
and I've consistently. So like I said, no, I agree because I know how many hours you were there.
Well, and there's just the piece. There's the piece of it sits right here, and it's not going anywhere. No one's taking it from you.
No one.
When I put in, it's funny. When I don't think, I'm trying to remember if I had officially. I don't think I had officially put in my notice yet. It was the day after, like, everything was finalized and I was going to put in my notice. So no one knew that I was leaving yet, but it was a done deal. I just needed to give my notice and communicate it with everyone. The very next day, I made that decision. I signed an offer letter to go to the company I'm with now. The next day, my day off, Saturday, yeah. I had to go in and work the phones.
That was that day?
That was that day.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You were hiding some stuff. You came in so fucking chipper. Oh, I just made more money, blah, blah, blah.
Look, here's how that whole thing went down.
You were so happy.
Here's how
receptionist of the year.
Here's how this goes down. Sequence of events. Friday afternoon, Sean closes the biggest sale in company history. By the way,
30K.
By the way, I am Sean.
30K.
30K.
No, you're not.
Biggest sale
I am
in the
Sean.
history of the company across all locations. Close it. Close it. I walk off the floor. I sign the offer letter to leave the company where I just signed the biggest sale ever in the world.
Yeah.
And then I close out that day. And then the next day, due to some miscellaneous bullshit, I end up having to go in and work customer service phones. Because
now I kind of know why you're so chipper.
through a weird... That wasn't why. Because honestly, I was furious. Because I was like, I'm not even going to be working for this company anymore.
I don't care about the customer service.
What the fuck am I doing? Because again, like, you understand the breakdown. How many things have to break down for me to have to go in on my day off and work the phones?
It's almost not almost. It's disgusting. It's a disgusting breakdown.
It's not like I'm above it. Not by any means. No one's above anything. And I would jump in. I would take phone calls, other stuff all the time.
But there's people and a department head between you and the phones.
Exactly. And so this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. All of these...
I could have done them, but I was already working.
The string... Right. The string of things goes wrong that winds me... So no, I was... When it was happening, I was furious.
Yeah.
Because... And I was sitting...
Rightfully
I was at home.
Rightfully so.
I was literally furious. No, me being in a good mood that day when I showed up was forced.
Okay,
it was. It wasn't because I was leaving. Not at all.
You know how good of a guy I am, though. I did offer to let you go home and take care of the phones, right?
You did. Offer.
Not knowing that your son.
I was leaving.
No, but it's okay.
It's rough.
It's okay. I'm doing all right, guys. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. So yeah, absolutely self-improvement. It's very important. Find something that's going to motivate you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be work.
It doesn't have to be work. No, it's just anything in life. Just do something, man.
Anything that you want to do.
That piece of garbage on the couch, man. Like, eating chips, smoking weed, like drinking beer, whatever you're doing. Like, don't do that.
But here's the thing, and like we said, everyone wants to do something.
Yeah, everyone wants to do something. Be a part of something.
Everyone wants to do something, and then a lot of people immediately dismiss it.
Yeah,
because they don't have the vision.
Listen.
And then they're not going to put in the work to make it happen.
Losers.
So just don't do that.
Losers.
The thing that you want to do it.
Yeah.
And when people tell you can't, or you think you can't, or the frequently asked questions say that you can't, then just say, fuck that, and do it.
Do you know who was not one of those, like, negative people? Like, oh, you can't do that.
Who's that?
Nikolai Tesla. He didn't do that shit.
No, he definitely
I don't know
didn't
factually, but I can almost guarantee it.
I can
like,
guarantee you.
I'll put anything on it. Like, he did not say that.
I can guarantee you. You know who else didn't do that?
No.
LeBron James.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. I have to pee so bad.
You're doing it?
We have to figure something out, man.
We're gonna have to figure it out. All right, man. Well, I guess I'm just gonna solo show this.
I'm so sorry.
I can't tap dance, so let's see. What am I working with here? Let's see. Well, I guess I'll give you just some brief information. We did mention it before. Like we said, make sure you can hit us up on email, yo@mbpod.com. That's yo@mbpod.com. Also, you can check us out on Instagram at mbpod. That's where we're at. You can follow us on Twitter at podcast bullshit. That's us. I think we're staying out of Facebook because fuck Facebook, man. Too much Facebook. Not enough going on there. So we're probably staying off of that. But email, definitely. Instagram, definitely at MBPod. Twitter, definitely at Podcast Bullshit. We're going to be launching a website soon. It's pending. We're going to have an online store with, some fun stuff on there. So stay tuned for that.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry. Forgive me.
I'm back. Okay. Now listen.
I was just telling people how they can find us.
Oh, you can find us anywhere and everywhere.
Anywhere and everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We are most
mainly in Evansville,
places.
Indiana, and Henderson, Kentucky. Okay, that's where we're at right now.
But we're probably staying off of Facebook.
But yeah, we're because politics.
Because politics.
Dude, real quick, before we get started, like, I went to the bathroom, right? Yeah. And typically I have this thing where you put hand or like face wash or whatever. Yeah. Where the soap should be.
Where the soap should be, but there's
I didn't do it this time. I didn't fall for it. I wash my hands normally.
That's
so
good.
I patted myself on the back and then I ran down the stairs to get back to the podcast. So
good for you, bro.
LeBron James.
All right, so
garbage.
So LeBron James, he definitely had a vision. And he definitely put the work in. But anyway, what I want to talk about is...
Guys work so hard, man.
LeBron James has a miniseries coming out on Showtime called Shut Up and Dribble.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay, he has a... Before you get started, have you seen The Shop on HBO?
No, but I want to.
Watch it, man. I saw the trailer. There's a couple episodes.
Awesome.
It's really good. Check it out.
Awesome.
But he has a show, Shut Up and Dribble, on Stars or Showtime. Showtime.
It's a miniseries, and they're calling it his response to the haters. So basically,
he's talking to me.
He's talking to you. Yeah.
Well, I'm not a Shut Up and Dribble hater.
No. So there's a Showtime series. So basically, there was a quote. I guess he had a run-in with someone because he was doing an interview with Kevin Durant.
Yes.
And he like talked shit about Trump.
Yep.
And so someone responded to that saying, why, you're a basketball player.
I think it was Megyn Kelly, right? Fox lady. I think that's her name. Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, it was Megyn Kelly.
One of the blonde people at Fox.
Interview LeBron James.
Basically, why are you talking about
LeBron
this?
James said the number one job in America is someone who doesn't understand the people and really don't give a fuck about the people. He's talking about Trump.
Yeah.
Right? That's LeBron James talking about Trump. And then she said, must they run their mouths like that? Oh, no, it was Ingram. Ingram.
Yeah.
Must they run their mouths like that, Ingram asked, signing off with a statement that would spur massive backlash. This is an article from GQ, by the way. Keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
What's her name? Laura Ingraham?
That is some racist ass bullshit. It's not really racist necessarily, but it definitely, it sounds racist though, right?
It definitely sounds racist. And here's the thing, people calling it racist, I understand why. You know what I mean?
I understand why, yeah.
Do I think you're a racist? I don't know you. I don't know. You know what I mean? I know the common perception of Fox News and Donald Trump is racism. You know what I mean? Racist and stuff like that. I'm not going to be the person to come on here and claim that someone is or is not a racist. But it was Laura Ingraham. Yeah. And it sounded very racist, Laura. It sounded very racist.
It definitely sounded racist.
Well, and it sounded like you don't think that. I mean, I get what you're saying. You don't. But it sounds like you don't think his opinion matters. Period. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing. And this is why I want to talk about this. So what, obviously what she means by that is you play sports, keep politics out of it. That's what she's saying. Now, here's the thing. We mentioned Justin last week, my good friend Justin. Justin strongly agrees with that. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily this article or phrase that way, but his opinion, and he... we've had debates about this, talking about kneeling during the national anthem and stuff like that.
Keep it out of sports is what he feels, right?
He feels keep it out of sports. Mm-hmm. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I understand his argument.
But you disagree.
I do disagree. Mm-hmm. And that's what this miniseries, I'm excited to watch it when it comes out, because that's what this is about, and it's really going back through the history of political or sports figures involvement in political activity.
It's been happening since the Olympics. The dudes did the, black.
It's been
black
happening.
Black power, sorry.
And here's what the reason that I'm bringing it up, and what I'm curious about it, because I kind of wanted your take on it.
I'm really glad. I was really excited whenever I saw this topic.
My take on it is, if you have a platform,
use it.
Yeah,
no, absolutely. So, and my take on it, which thank you for asking, is I'm kind of split. Realistically, I'm kind of split. What you're saying is exactly correct. If you have a platform, use it. How else is this stuff going to be taken care of? How is it going to be addressed? You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. I agree 100%. I kind of hear what Justin's saying, though, but only on a purely selfish level, meaning when George Clooney comes out and says like everyone should, I don't know, adopt it. I don't know, like whatever he says,
whatever he says.
Crazy,
whatever
super psycho,
whatever
like,
Clooney thing he says,
super liberal stuff he says. You know what I mean? Like I love George Clooney, and certain views of mine are liberal. You know what I mean? However, like man, I don't really care about. I don't really care about your
Chill
politics.
out.
I don't care about your politics.
Right.
Now, I don't care about LeBron James's politics. I don't. But if he's bringing an issue, you know what I mean? Like, because the issue is not just politics. Like it's a political issue right now because people are making it that, but it's not a political issue at all, right? Like he's talking about what? Like all the stuff he's talking about is like what? Police brutality. You know what I mean?
He's talking about police brutality.
That's not a political issue.
He's talking about it's not. It's not.
It has been made one.
It's been made one,
but it's not a political issue at all.
That's a fucking brilliant point. You're right. It's not. You're right, but it's been made one. That's crazy.
So I don't care about your politics, LeBron James. However, that's not a political issue, so keep talking about it, man. That's cool.
Right.
I don't care who you fucking vote for, dude. I really don't.
Yeah.
Because I might vote differently. I might vote the same, but it doesn't matter to me because you're a great athlete, a great person. Right. I don't really like you because I'm not a fan of the Cavs, the Lakers, any team you've ever been on. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, you're a good dude. Literally, you have he has a great head on his shoulders. You know what I mean?
Obviously.
Like LeBron is like the
Obviously.
man. Like I hate to admit it. He's the man. Like realistically,
the man.
Could you imagine being 18 years old and getting the key to the world?
The key to the world, literally. Oh no!
What
do you want?
Scandal.
Here,
Scandal.
You're 18 years old.
Scandal.
Here's the key to literally anything that you ever want for the rest of your life.
Nike contract on top of your salary.
When
you
he
know
was
what
18,
I mean?
and we are
such a good person. My friends that listen to this will never let me live that down. He's a good person.
I don't know exactly how old he is, but we're very similar in age. I think
he graduated high school in 2003, the same year that my sister did. One of my older sisters.
1 year ahead of me.
Yes,
literally 1 year.
He's 33 years old, 34 maybe.
Right. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, it'd be 33 or 34. But like, what the fuck? Like, dude, nothing on him. Nothing. The worst thing that LeBron James has ever done, like scandal wise, is in like. He messaged on Instagram, Instagram model, but he was like, she didn't even bait him, man. She fucking ruined it. Okay, LeBron James slides in your DMs, you're gonna bait him. You should bait him until he sends you a nude or something like that, right? Like, he slid in her DMs like, "Hey!" Exclamation point. How you doing? Exclamation point. Like the most. I don't know, the most generic like / worst pickup line ever, and she was like, "Oh, not even taking a chance." Screenshot blasted. It's like, dude, he could have just been asking for, anything. Anything,
like, hey, you want to work together on this? Or, I like your stance on chimpanzees or whatever. You know what I mean? Save the wildlife. Who knows what this guy's saying? Like, literally, she ruined it. It would have been great. Because I think I know what he wanted.
I have a feeling I know as well.
I think I know what he wanted.
He's managed to keep it quiet, though, if that's what's going on.
Dude, he's been with, you know his wife is his high school sweetheart, right?
I know. It's crazy.
Savannah
crazy.
James. It's awesome, man. I think he's probably cheated on her. Unfortunately, he's a professional athlete.
Unfortunately, probably
you know
has.
what I mean. But like, hey, man, you could never tell. I think they're awesome. You know what I mean?
They're keeping it together. Dude. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's doing because he's funny as fuck. He was in
Trainwreck. So funny, man. So funny. He's in another movie coming up though, not Space Jam 2, but another movie coming up. I've seen the trailer. But like, I can't remember.
How good is that? Sorry. How good is that?
I can't remember any of the jokes.
In Trainwreck when they're at lunch, and he's like
with Bill Hader or whatever.
Yeah. Why do you assume I'm gonna pick up the check? Because you're LeBron James.
You're LeBron James, dude. Like literally, if you have rich friends, like
fantastic.
If you have rich friends, that's the thing. Like you don't want to just like maybe you're not just friends with them because they're rich, and like you're probably not. But like you expect them to pick up the check, like you're rich.
You're rich.
You know
bro.
what I mean? Like it's this thing.
Pick it up.
It's this thing. Like me and you go out to a bar, right? Like you make more money than me, like dude, and like I'll offer to get the money or like offer to get the tab or whatever. But typically you're like, I got it, I'm not too proud to let you do it. Sure. You know, like go ahead, fucking pay for it, jackass.
Pay for it, bro.
I'll spend it on Taco Bell later, okay, or whatever. No, like honestly, LeBron James, man, is the definition of class. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like literally, he's done some things where maybe you could have an opinion about it, a negative opinion, but overall, grand scheme of things, literally, he could be the president of the United States. And you'd say less about him. You know what I mean? Realistically, No matter how you feel, listeners, about Donald Trump or any of the past presidents, Bill Clinton, scandal on both of them. Scandal. LeBron James,
Nothing.
hey, how you doing? Instagram models DMs. That's it.
That's it. That's the only thing. No, I like that he's doing this. I like that he's doing this documentary. And like I said, if you have a platform, use it. Otherwise, what are you doing, man?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What's the point?
So, and the whole keep politics out of sports thing. I don't look.
You can even watch sports ball though.
I don't watch sports ball
at all.
That's not true.
You watch the Super Bowl.
I always watch Super Bowl.
March Madness. We turned March Madness on. March Madness.
I watch key games, key big moments, but I just don't have time for like the grind, the daily grind.
I hear you.
But what I am saying. But I'll keep I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I know what's going on.
You're
hip. But what I'm saying is, I'll be honest. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, but you're all fine because I don't really know where you're going with it either. But what I was kind of getting into is like LeBron is like a role model for people. He does this really good stuff. And he did this thing where, I mean, obviously you know about it. He opened a school.
Right.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut down all the preconceived notions. First of all, he did not pay for that school. Mm-hmm. Okay? People think that he funds this school. Maybe he gives them free bikes or something. He did not put in $80 million to get this school started. Okay?
Right.
I'm going to shut that down right now. LeBron James would tell you he did not pay $80 million to get this school started. It didn't happen. He has it. He didn't pay for it.
Right.
However, it's still an awesome idea. It's a great thing. There's this huge Catholic private school, Catholic school, charter school, public school sucks, all this stuff. This is a really good alternative. And I mean, obviously LeBron James is not going to put schools everywhere. He probably wants to. It's not going to happen. Other people are probably going to follow suit though. Mm-hmm. Maybe not in huge numbers or anything like that. There's a good message there, man. There's a good message that you care about kids no matter their upbringing. You know what I mean? Like every kid deserves a fair shake. Every kid, you know what I mean? And we definitely live. Most people would say like a racist society, and that might be true in certain parts. But realistically, it's a classist society. You're born into a certain class. You know what I mean? And it's hard to escape the class. Sure. It's hard to escape the class. And this is for people in a lower class who really don't have too many options. You know what I mean? It gives them extracurricular activities. I'm sorry. A lot of stuff that I've read about the school, we wouldn't even have. You know what I mean? The private schools in town don't even have. You know what I mean? It's a really awesome thing for kids of lower income families and everything like that. And I think there's even like I saw an article after the school came out where like people were interested, like higher income families were interested in similar things. You know what I mean? Like, right. And I think it's a great way to go. I can't speak enough about LeBron James and what he does for the world via his platform. I understand why people think athletes should not be involved in politics. I don't think it either. However, this is not a political issue. This is a person to person issue. Police brutality, all that kind of stuff that he's talking about. He does say some stuff about Donald Trump and politics and everything like that. However, he is not on there saying Democrats are the way to go, Republicans suck, or anything like that. His opinion matters in this scenario.
So
he sucks at basketball.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
he's not the best. He's not the best player. He's the worst. He's not the best player in the world.
Right. What I was gonna say before was
you found it.
I remembered.
There you go.
Had
you
it.
Had to jog.
Wait, I'm gonna lose it again.
Yeah.
Now, what I was saying was people want to lead politics out of sports, right?
Yeah.
But my point is, and what I'm saying is, I'm not a fan of leaving anything out of anything.
It's because that's life, right?
It's life.
It's life, right?
Like
everything bleeds into something else, right?
It's the same thing.
Regardless,
it's the same way that people say, keep your home life at home, keep it out of work. How? Keep your personal life personal and your work life work. It's
not business. It's personal.
I'm gonna mess it up. I don't remember who said it. I think it was Pat Lencioni.
That's not a real person.
I think he's definitely a real person.
Never heard of this gentleman, but keep going.
I think it was Pat Lencioni. It might not have been him.
Pat, if you're listening, I'm sure you're dead. That name has been.
He's definitely not dead. No, he's a young dude. He's in the business space, but he's talking. He says, that old adage of, keep your personal life out of business.
Yeah.
And his response to that is, there is nothing more personal that you could ever do than business.
Nothing. How do you feed your family?
Nothing.
What's more personal than your family's well-being?
Nothing. It's such a bonkers concept that we're going to leave it out. And so, and
you've said that to me before. I love that so much.
It's so solid because it's so true. I'm not going to leave anything out of anything, man.
No.
Because
everything bleeds into another aspect of your life.
And you are who you are.
You are who
when
you are.
You get fucked up. If you're trying to segment yourself and compartmentalize yourself,
absolutely.
It's gonna kill you.
That's weird. Yeah.
It's gonna kill you. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm just a basketball player. That's all I am. So I'm just gonna do that. And then I'm the actor. So I'm just gonna be the actor now. Yeah. Like no. Yeah. You are a basketball player.
And that's funny, right? No, you're fine. I'm building on to what you're saying because they only want you to be a basketball player. However, they give you a fucking 12-minute interview after the game. You know what I mean? Where you have to be a fucking performer.
You got to say something.
You got to be a performer or something, right? Like, and you got to do all this other stuff. No, so everything bleeds into another aspect of your life. You know what I mean? You can't separate that. If you can, you're kind of, there's certain things you kind of separate, but you're a sociopath. You're fucked up.
If you're separating things like that, you are a sociopath.
If you're like, I don't know, I'm a racist at home, but not at work. Like, no, you know what I mean, or whatever. Why do we keep talking about racist? It's just easy. It's easy. It's so easy. But you can't separate that, man. If you're a racist at home and you're a closet racist at work, you're still a racist at work.
You're a fucking racist, bro.
If you're listening, you're a racist.
You're a racist. Yeah. Also, if you're a racist,
dude,
it's fucking 2018. Go fuck yourself.
Which is pretty much 2100.
Go fuck yourself.
And everyone on Earth is an alien now. You can't be racist anymore. Okay, it's over. It's over.
I will be honest, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this.
Go ahead.
I really don't. But where we live,
the world. Are we narrowing it down to Midwest?
What do they call it? Kentuckiana, Southern Indiana, Kentucky. Every now and then, you're going to run into some racist ass bullshit.
Okay, that's just not true.
It is 100% true. It's so crazy because it's like on the one hand, there's all these bullshit stereotypes about Kentucky.
Yeah, and they're really not.
They're bogus.
They're really not true. Like you go around your daily life and you don't see it.
And there's stereotypes about Indiana. Although
but then
Indiana,
don't do
Indiana
it.
is the worst. There's no question.
Dude, women in Kentucky dip. They chew tobacco. All women in Kentucky chew tobacco.
No one does that.
Sean's wife, she's dipping only in Kentucky though.
Take it back.
No, Cheyenne, you don't do that. I'm sorry. I love you.
Damn
I love
right.
you, Cheyenne.
Okay, here's the thing. Every stereotype about Indiana, it is true because Indiana's the worst.
We're great at basketball.
But
true.
Yeah, that's true. But Kentucky Kentucky's kind of a punchline, right? It's kind of a punchline.
Sleep with your cousins.
It's always been a punchline to you, because you grew up in
Southern Indiana,
the worst state of in Indiana. But I grew up in California. Kentucky's kind of a punchline, and
you still talk about what Kentucky is in California.
Yeah, but that Kentucky punchline is bullshit. That's not a real thing.
Yeah,
the punchline of Kentucky of like, what's going on in Kentucky? No, that's not a thing. Kentucky's not bad at all. It's a great place to raise a family for sure. However, you're gonna come across some racist bullshit.
Some
racist ass bullshit. I came across some racist ass bullshit the other day. Actually,
all the time
on the other side of the river
in Evansville,
in Southern Indiana.
Yeah, that's not true.
It's
Disclaimer,
definitely true.
That's not true.
But you're gonna come across some racist bullshit.
Absolutely.
Because some people forgot that it's fucking 2018.
Yeah.
And we don't need to make a huge deal out of it.
No.
We need to address it.
It's gonna die off whenever the people die.
I think it is gonna die off
when the racists die.
And when I say we don't need to make a big deal out of it, I'm not saying like it's not serious.
It is
because
serious.
it absolutely is. When I say we don't need to make a big deal out of it, what I mean is we don't need to give it more weight than it deserves. This is just ignorant people saying ignorant things.
Media.
It needs to be addressed.
Yeah, that's it.
Someone said some racist ass
That's it.
bullshit. You
That's
go,
it.
hey, bro.
Why you turning it into a circus show?
It's fucking 2018. Check that
Get on
shit
with
at the
your
door.
life. Get on with your life.
I don't want to hear it.
Get on with your life.
I don't want to hear it.
People turn shit into circus.
I don't want to
for
hear
no
it.
reason.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
That's it. That's what we need to do. Collectively, you hear it. And when I heard it,
Yeah.
it wasn't like a passerby situation.
It was a situation.
Yeah, it was kind of a situation. It was someone that I had a feeling I was going to be interacting with in the future. So I waited and I found my moment.
Shut that shit down.
And I said, I don't want to fucking hear it. It's 2018. And I haven't heard it since then. Now, is that person probably still racist? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're not gonna
change it. But do we need... No, we're not going to... I'm not going to change them, but do we need to hear their racist bullshit? No, because it spurs on more racism.
You know
so
what?
Shut it down. Shut it the fuck down. Because I don't want to hear it.
It comes back. It's your right to feel however you want, to speak however you want, unless you're speaking it at me or, you know what I mean, or whatever. Then, you know what I mean, it might become a problem or anything like that. Be a racist in your own time. Be a whatever in your own time.
Just be an internet troll racist.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like do
There's
it.
Plenty of those.
Do it behind an anonymous username on Reddit or whatever, like all the other assholes.
Also not cool.
Not cool, but it's a thing. Like it happens.
It's gonna be there,
and you can tune it out. I guess I don't know. It sucks. Like I know it sucks. It definitely sucks. We're spending too much time on it. Fuck
too much time.
Assholes.
Fuck the racists.
Fuck them, man. You know what I mean? But like I said, you can kind of push through that stuff and just ignore it the best that you can.
Right.
It kind of goes back into what we were saying about politics earlier. Just kind of ignore the shit. Like honestly, it's this thing where like nowadays everyone's like, oh, there's a solution. Like let's outlaw this or something. Like man, no. Like chill out. Just ignore it. Like do your own thing. Yeah. Just ignore the shit.
Don't worry about it.
I've been dealing with fucking people like that for a whole life, man.
Right.
Which kind of people are going to continue to make wrong decisions. You can't change that.
Nope.
Which brings me to something that I need to say.
Lay it on me.
Something I learned from a very wise man. 2 wrongs don't make a right. So, I mean, see how 3 treats you. Ben Franklin. It's easy. It's something I learned
classic.
A long time ago.
Classic. I love it, man.
And that's all I got, buddy. I think I'm going to head home.
I love it.
You want to cheers an empty glass?
Nope.
I have 4 drinks all empty. This one has some of the melted ice.
There it is.
I'll drink it. There's a little bit of liquor in there.
Cheers.